What up? Oh my god, alright. Let me get all situated and shit. I don't have anybody here to ask if I sound okay, so you guys are gonna have to let me know in the side chat if I sound okay. But also, bear with me, because this is probably the first live stream that I've ever done by myself. But pretty much everybody that I asked if they wanted to join either was busy or they didn't even message back. So, and everybody's saying that it's all good. Awesome. So pretty much, I'm gonna try to run this by questions, just having you guys ask questions or give me topics to talk about or something. And I tried to get a couple questions beforehand, so I didn't have to start all awkwardly, even though that's kind of what's happening already right now. But, oh yeah, look at you, Indy. You did get to the liquor store and make it back in time. Nice, bud. I got a question on Instagram, if I can find it. Teasley asked how often I'm hitting my rear brake when I'm doing my wheelies. Oh my god, I'm so distracted right now. This is the only channel I have post notifications for. Well, shit, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's rare when I actually click the bell icon for channels. I know I probably shouldn't say that, but I don't know. I'm sort of like addicted to YouTube though, so I kind of don't need to hit the bell because I'm constantly checking that shit anyway. But anyway, the question, what was that? What was the question? Oh, how often I'm hitting my rear brake during my wheelies? With it being a Harley and the Harley having such crazy engine braking, I really only hit the rear brake if I'm chilling back, like behind balance point. Other than that, then it's really not a lot. It's really all throttle control. You definitely want to use the rear brake. You don't want to just try to do it all with throttle control, because then when you do start to loop out, you're going to freak out and not go for the rear brake. But I do use the rear brake, but not as often as you would on like a supermoto or a sport bike or anything. Those bikes, you pretty much slightly ride the rear brake the entire time, or at least a lot of people do. Damn, David. Thanks, bud. Don't be spinning it on beer either. That's cool. Speaking of, I've already pre-gamed for this whole situation. Marcus asked, when did I become so tall and handsome, big boy? Probably like 5 years from now, when I get off my lazy ass and like work out or something and lay off the beer a little bit. But oh, also, if you're supposed to hit the gas more on your way down so you don't ruin your front shocks. Well, yeah, that's like on any bike. I do get a lot of people saying that I need to ride mine out more when it comes down, but if you really listen to the audio, typically when I'm setting the wheelie down, my bike's at redline. And that's just because it's a 700-pound bike, no matter how much. And it's also just a little 88. I mean, I guess if I had like a bigger motor or something, I could set it down easier. But with having a little 88 lacking power and a 700-pound bike, there really is no way to set it down easy. You can definitely set it down pretty hard, but I mean, I do all that I can. That thing just comes down like a sack of shit. Hey, what up, Goose? Oh, speaking of doing this solo, if you guys have, because I asked everybody I could think of if they wanted to be on this live stream, but I know there's people that I missed. So if you guys have any suggestions on anybody that I should ask to jump in, let me know. I'll start sending messages. I'm 13 and do stand-up wheelies on a street glide. Okay. Congrats on 10K. Thanks, man. 2-lane black top. That shit's crazy. Like, it's pretty fucking insane. Big motor skills. We know which one you have. Yep. I can't say I have one or the other, but I can say I don't have a big motor. What up, Tyson? What are you up to, dude? Yeah, the 10K thing, that, holy shit. That couldn't have hit at a better moment, to be honest. Friday was like a stupidly awesome day. It just started off as a really great day. Like, good things were happening at work. I've got a lot of good things happening at work, and then as soon as I come home and I start relaxing, I fucking check my account, and you know, I'm fucking there. Oh no! I can't find my shit. What up, Shane? Thank you on the 10K stuff. Where are you? That's one thing I was gonna ask you, Marcus, if you were gonna get another bike, because I saw you got rid of yours. Where are you going at the end of the month? Like, where you going to? That's another thing I was curious about. Did you reach a point in vlogging when the subs climbed really fast, or has it been a gradual thing? It's sort of a snowball thing. I mean, like I'd say the first year was really just me getting to 300 subs, and then the second year was going from 300 to 10,000. So the more you gain, the faster it goes. If that makes any sense, it's like a snowball effect. So it wasn't too bad, but it's been about 2 years and I'm to this point. Back to Wisconsin. Are you moving back to Wisconsin? Damn. Can't say I'm watch, but you lost me out of here. Thanks, Austin. Thank you. Yeah, I know the sub thing. It's weird. I mean, it's different for everybody. There's some people that blow up immediately. Like, they'll just start uploading in their first year, they'll get to 10,000 or even more. But no, for me, I think it's just the way that I am and the way my videos are. It took me a long time just to get to like 300, and then after that, it sort of just. I think I put out a video that caught quite a lot of views, and that's when it just started really snowballing and whatnot. Nice, Marcus. That is going to feel good to get out of that, though. Thank you, Sam. Thanks, Jacob. Yeah, I've got quite a bit of plans for my bike. That thing is not near where I want it to be. If a lot of you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I ordered a Friday after everything was already going really good. I ordered a new pipe because my exhaust pipe started falling apart again. So I actually have a new pipe on its way right now. But after that, I'm thinking I'm going to look into shocks, because the shocks that I have on it now give me the height that I like, but they're really shitty. It's a really shitty material. They're super soft. They just look like garbage. So probably going to get shocks after that, and then look into a chain kit. Finally convert from belt. I haven't had any issues with the belt, though. A lot of people ask me that, if the belt has ever split on me. I have not had any issues with the belt. It's held up the entire time. But I know that if I keep pushing it, it's not going to continue to last. So I do eventually want to go to chain. What performance mod helped do the wheelies the most? probably, fuck, that's a hard one, because I would say, oh, by the way, thanks, Randy. Thank Country Boy. Thank you, Country Boys, for the congrats. Performance mod. Probably shocks and tires. I know you're asking for one, but like changing the tire made a major difference because I practiced so long with the stock tire, which was such a hard compound, so it just spun. So when I put the Shinkos on there, they were able to actually grab. That helped a ton. And then same with the shocks. Raising the shocks up in the rear, that helps a ton too. I tried with stock shocks, and it doesn't want to pull up. It wants to break it loose. So I'd say a good grippy tire in the rear and then some shocks, and that was probably the best thing that gets my wheelies going. Good chain drive brand. Honestly, when it comes to Harleys, it's all the same shit. If you really look at it, it's all the different brands. It's all the same shit. The fucking rear sprocket just might be cut out in a different fashion, but personally, I'm either gonna go with Zipper's Performance or fuck, there's another brand I can't remember the name of, but I mean it's all the same shit. They're just thick ass sprockets and big ass chains to hold up to all of it. Yeah, dude, after a fucking ride like that, need a beer. Just started doing $200. Why would you try to donate $200? Thanks, Brown. Holy shit. I need to find... Fuck. I need to find my shit. I don't know where I put it. Ah, I see it. I see it. Come here, you bitch. Ah, fuck me. Well, there goes that beer. Just spilled it all over the floor. That's cool. That's where that belongs. This is going great, guys. Oh, well. Did you have to make any adjustments to the higher rise shocks in the rear? Oh, to go higher rise shocks in the rear. Not really. I just swapped the shocks out. You have to, if you're running on like the stock belt and it's at the stock tension, you'll have to redo that because it'll, when you raise it up, it'll loosen the belt, and then setting it down tightens the belt. So other than that, no, you just throw the shocks on. Does your crash bar affect cornering much? No, not mine particularly. I have seen crash bars out there that are pretty sketchy. But no, mine sits higher than my foot pegs. So if I'm going through a corner and I feel my foot peg touch, then I just try to hold off there, because then I know that if I go any further than that, the crash bar will catch, and that's no bueno. So, does your wife get mad at you when you stay out too late, or you are out later than you said you would be? If I'm out late, she usually knows. Like I have a pretty good idea that I'm gonna be out late, so I'll just let her know, and then she don't really care. Thing is, my wife works nights, so a lot of the time, if I'm out late, she's at work, so it doesn't really matter. She works from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., so if I want to go out, then I just wait till she goes to work, and then I'm out. I'm doing my thing. What up, zippers? You guys, I just spilt like literally half that can on the fucking floor. Wow. That sucks. What do you think about dual sport bikes? If you're talking about supermotos, actually, honestly, just any dual sport, then fuck yeah. But I would prefer like an actual supermoto, just like a straighted out dirt bike rather than like a enduro type bike. Yeah, no, dual sports. I'd like to get a dual sport one day, just because you can pretty much ride them anywhere. I think that would be fun. It smells like beer in here now. That's great. I thought I saw a question that I missed. Yeah, no, I'd like to get a dual sport one day. Yeah, the Husky 701s look pretty fun. The power that they have, and they actually look like a supermoto, because I think it might have been Husqvarna already, or KTM, which I mean it's the same shit, but I think KTM had like a big ass 680 or some shit like that. It was in the 600 range, but it looked real goofy. It looked like the frame was real stretched out and the forks were oversized and all that, so it was real weird. Take it easy, Bushmaster. It word be mit. What does that mean? I actually almost got a Husqvarna. It was actually one that I wrote in a video way, like a long time ago. What is the 510 SMR? That thing was fun as hell. The only thing that sucked is the carburetor that was on it was tuned for like California specs or some shit like that. So when I rode it, it was like midsummer here in Oklahoma, so the humidity and all that shit, like it did not like to stay running. It was running super rich. You'd fucking blip the throttle and it would just pop and die. What do you say to all the people that claim you can't wheelie a Harley? I just show them like videos on my phone or something. I'll just pull up a quick little clip on my phone or even a picture, and then. But typically, I don't know. If I don't have that option, then I don't know. I just tell them that it can be done. You know, I'm not the only one. I tell them just to fucking Google it, just YouTube it. That shit's all over YouTube. It word be mit. I like the sound of you getting it. Oh, were you trying to say it would be lit? I don't know. Yeah, dual sport would be pretty fucking fun. And after, like, I've ridden a couple dual sports after riding my Harley for so long, and holy shit, dude. After riding the Harley and going straight from the Harley to a dual sport, those things feel like they weigh nothing. Nothing at all. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate you. Rubber side down. Yeah, I was gonna. That's kind of the whole reason I'm doing this live stream, is because I typically put a video out on a weekend, so either Saturday or Sunday, and then I try to put a video out midweek on a Wednesday. But like I said earlier, my exhaust is broken right now, and I have a new one on the way, so I didn't really want to fuck with the exhaust and get it held together just for a couple days till my new one comes in. So I figured, fuck it, I'd just do a live stream, kind of take the cheater's way out, and have this be the quote-unquote weekend video. But there should be, depending on when the exhaust comes in, there should be a video out Wednesday or Thursday, because I'm definitely going to be doing a video on that. What exhaust did you end up getting? Yeah, I guess you're just going to have to find out. I'm pretty excited for it, though. Here's a kind of a hint. One of my buddies already has this exhaust, and it sounds really fucking good. So maybe you can figure it out by that. How fast is cycle gear shipping for you? I'm sure it depends on what it is, but I've never really ordered from Cycle Gear. Typically, if I roll into Cycle Gear and they don't have what I need in the store, then I just go home and like order it myself. And I typically don't order from the Cycle Gear website. I just find it on Amazon or some shit. I'd love to get an FZ09, FZ10, or 701. The 701 would be my option out of those three. When it comes to the FZs, I really like the FZ07s. The FZ07s, I've ridden an FZ09 and I've ridden an FZ07, and I was really surprised that the FZ07 has, I mean, to me it felt like just as much torque as the FZ09. That thing was fun as hell. It lifted on me in a power wheelie, and I did not expect it at all. And I think they're lighter, aren't they? So I'd go with the FZ07 if I had the choice between a 07, 09, or 10. That'd be fucking awesome. I think they sound better too. The old FZ06. Did I have an FZ06? I feel like I've seen one. I'm about to Google that. Aren't they like really old? FZ06. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember those things. They remind me of the Kawasaki Z1000, like the older Z1000s. Yeah, the FZs are the upright, like naked bikes and stuff. What up, Duckhead? I don't think I've heard the FZ10, now that I think about it. Do I still have a belt? I'm still on belt. I'm planning on converting to chain, but at the moment I'm still on the original belt when I bought the bike. An 883 would be pretty fun. I feel like stunning out like an 883 would be fun, just because they're so little and they're so light. You could really get some like low speed wheelies going on that thing. That'd be pretty cool. Thanks, Duckhead. Thank you. Get out in North Tulsa and rock. Fuck North Tulsa. There's some places in North Tulsa that are fine, but for the most part, if I don't absolutely have to go to North Tulsa, I do not go to North Tulsa. Yeah, Indy knows what that Z1000 is. Oh, okay. It has the same. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I have heard those. Yeah, they sound pretty good. Yeah, I know the 1200s are a little bit beefier. I just feel like the 883 would have that really low end power, but lack the top end, which I think would be pretty fun for like really low speed wheelies. And then you'd be able to just rip the throttle. I think that's why I enjoy my 88, my little 88 that I have in my Dyna, because it's like the smaller motor you can get in Dynas, but I don't know, it feels a lot more controllable during wheelies. So I feel like I've ridden Jason's bikes, which are pretty beefy fucking motors, and I feel like if I was doing wheelies on those, it'd be so easy to like make the wrong move on the throttle and just loop out so fast. Ever try shifting a wheelie? Yeah, I just don't really give a shit about shifting in a wheelie. I mean, like shifting in a wheelie helps if you're running out like of RPM, which I'm not the best at balance point, but I don't like, I'd rather get my wheelies up and then slow them down and stay in first and get slow speed. I'm not trying to pull wheelies up and then shift until I can enter the highway. Like I want to be able to just rip them up and hold them where they're at and just hold them out. I don't know. I feel like shifting a wheelie would be fun on a sport bike because then you're going fast and fucking looking cool and shit. But on the Harley, I just don't really give a shit about shifting gears during a wheelie. What up, Penji? Bought a Shadow 600 yesterday. Nice, nice. Take a rock with you. Yeah, I'll take a rock to north also. That'll save me against their fucking guns. Scared shitless of balance point. Shifting helps stay in a yeah, exactly. Shifting if you're power wheeling, just romping it out, having fun, shifting is definitely the way to go. But my whole goal is to chill at balance point and just play with it, completely like control the wheelie and whatnot. Which I haven't shifted my Harley in a wheelie. That thing's awkward as fuck, but I have shifted. I shifted my R6, and I've shifted like little bikes, like a pit bike and shit like that. But that's quite a lot different. Man, I forgot that I spilled half the can of beer on the floor, and I was like, damn, I drank that shit fast. Nope, nope, the floor drank it fast. That's what happened. Caden says hi. What up, Caden? Reading my Road King is like dancing with a one-legged fat lady with a broken ankle. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. On the moments when my wheelies start to get like, they start swaying back and forth a little bit, that used to scare the shit out of me. I used to just immediately set it down, but I've gotten to the point now it don't scare me anymore, but it's still a little uncomfortable with that shit just fucking twisting back and forth on me. You said you carry in one of your videos. Yeah, I do carry pretty much everywhere I go. I got a Smith & Wesson 40. I also have a 1911 45, like the full size, and I used to, wow, you hear that voice crack? I used to carry the 1911 everywhere I went, but that shit got so tiring because the Smith & Wesson that I have is like the, fuck, I forget the sub-model of it. It's the one Glock tried suing Smith & Wesson for because it was so similar. Anyway, it's one of the polymer ones. So it's super light compared to the 1911. And the 1911 in your waistband and then in my bar bag and shit, it was just way too heavy. It was like carrying a chunk of lead, like a full solid chunk of lead on you. Yeah, the MP40s are fucking... I want to get an MP40. Mine's not the MP40. Yeah, the VE. Yeah, I used to carry the 1911 on the Harley. But like I said, it was so heavy that shit just got really annoying. And then at work, I think I finally changed during summertime because having that heavy ass gun on my hip while like walking around at work in the heat and stuff just got really, really annoying. So I switched back to my Smith & Wesson, and it was so light that like, yeah, I'd almost forget that it was even there. But I love the 1911. It's such a badass gun. That's probably my smoothest shooting gun. I like my Smith & Wesson as well. It's super reliable. But my 1911 is like the king right now. Could stand-ups be in our near future? Oh yeah. I've already been playing with stand-ups with that step plate and everything. That's the one thing I wish I didn't show the step plate yet, because I showed the step plate and then everybody started asking about stand-ups and shit. But what I've been doing with it is not filming the step plates on camera. I've been trying to practice because using that step plate, it's like learning to wheelie for me, like all over again. It's like I'm relearning how to wheelie. So I want to get the stand-ups where my sit-downs are now, so that I can just come out with one big badass fucking video. Because I showed my entire progression from sit-downs. I showed it all the way from the time I bought the Harley all the way down now. But with the step plates, I wanted to kind of focus more on doing the actual stand-ups rather than filming it and trying to make it look cooler and all this other shit. So you'll definitely see those in the future. I've been playing with them. They're weird. It's super awkward. I think I need to push the plate back a little bit because like I think I'm too tall. I put the plate so far forward, so the bars are in a really, really awkward spot. They're like in my belly button. But I think if I push the plate back a little bit, get the bars more where my chest is at, that would be a hell of a lot more comfortable. But yeah, no, I'm playing with them. They'll be coming up soon. See, I want to get a Glock 19, Duckhead. I was looking at Glock 19s. Glock 19s and Glock freaking 20-something for a really long time. I like the trigger on the Glock. Those triggers are so nice. Anything wrong with the 40s? Not. 40 short. I have the 2.0 and 40 and sucked. I can see okay. See, that's the one I was about to buy. I was about to buy one of the 2.0s and a 9 from a coworker. But I can't remember what happened, but I didn't end up buying it. But I was about to buy one. I wanted one so bad. I love the way those guns feel. And they shoot really good, too. From the gangsters in your neighborhood or grizzly bears. Hell yeah. See, we've got actual gangbangers in Tulsa, but then we've also got fucking coyotes and shit that run around here. When the meth heads try to steal my Harley. Exactly. 19s are sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna look into getting a Glock. I really like the way there's so much. Glocks are like Harleys. People either love them or they absolutely hate them. There's like no in between. But I like the Glock. There's a reason that Glocks are so popular. They're well built guns. They shoot good and they feel good. There's a lot of different varieties. Like there's a Glock out there that will literally fit anybody. There's giant Glocks, there's tiny Glocks, and there's everything in between. Round 2. Your M8. Your M8 is in your Milwaukee 8, like the new Harleys. Not the new Harleys, but the new soft-tailed Dyna shit. I'm starting to run out of shit to talk about. You guys are gonna have to who okay, yeah, the Milwaukee 8. I want to ride one of those. I really do. There's a lot of hate when those things came out. And I thought it was funny because a lot of the hate that I was seeing was from the Wheelie community with all the Harley stuff. And then a couple guys took the Milwaukee 8s and like threw some seats on it and some dirt bars and better shocks and went out and started wheeling them. And now I haven't heard any kind of hate about them. So I thought that was pretty funny. But I do want to ride one. I really do. I want to feel what the monoshock is like. I want to feel the power with like the new motor. I definitely want to ride one. All pistols and 9mm and Glocks, so I don't have to worry about a mag. See, that's the other cool thing about Glocks is as long as it's the same chamber, you can. They're very versatile when it comes to all the add-ons and magazines and shit. Indian Dark Horse. I don't think I know what that is. I know what an Indian is. I don't think I've seen the Dark Horse. I'd love to not have tire spin and be able to get my front tire more than 3/4 off the ground. You just get a taller shock and a better tire. You just got to get it to hook. That thing will come up. It'll definitely come up. Throw a Shinko 777 on it and that thing will come up. I'm about to Google Indian. What was it? Indian Dark Horse? Yeah. Indian Dark Horse. Oh, okay. Yeah. Those things. Do they only sell them in black? Well, I guess that would make sense for it being called the Dark Horse. That's pretty cool. Now I gotta. We raced his lowrider S versus the 114. Dude, race Jason's lowrider S against the 114. His is the His loader S isn't the 110 anymore. It's a 117. That shit's fast as fuck. Buy a Glock 22 because nobody wants 40 and buy a 9mm barrel and max. Oh, that's a little gun hack. In your opinion, what is a good starting 300 bike? What would you recommend? I would start on a supermoto, honestly. I can't remember who made the video. I'm pretty sure it was Jake the Garden Snake that made the video like way back, but he had a really good point. There's like if you're starting out, there's no fucking point to get a 250 or a 300 sport bike because they don't do anything. If you get a supermoto, you can get a 250, like a WR 250 for super cheap. You can beat that thing up, drop it all day long, crash it everywhere. It'll still keep going. And you can do a hell of a lot more with it. It's going to be way more fun than a 300 sport bike. So yeah, I'd recommend like a supermoto or something. If you're diehard on sport bike stuff, I'd look at the R3. They're the best looking in my opinion, and they're also kind of the king of the 300 class because they're technically a 321. When like I think the Ninja 300 is actually like a 390 something. But you're also talking about a 300cc sport bike, so I mean they're all going to feel the same. They're going to lack power, and I don't know. I'd suggest a supermoto. Big black bagger. Dark is like a street glide. Yeah, without the big front fairing. The Indian like street glide one is the Roadmaster. That's the one that's like it looks just like a street glide. Heard we're banging gears and beers here. Yeah, well we're banging beers and we're spilling them on the floor, so pretty close. What up, Dyna guy? If I can get a Fat Pig Road King up, Dyna is easy. Yeah, I mean you can wheelie anything. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you can wheelie anything. It don't matter what it is. It could be an 883. It could be a fucking bagger. I guarantee there's not a bike out there that somebody cannot wheelie. Motard. Yeah, exactly. Get a supermoto. That's gonna be way better. Start on that FZ07 if I could do it all over again. Yeah, see, I started on when I started riding street. I started on a F4i 600, but I'm also a big guy, so it really didn't. If you're a tiny person, I do not suggest starting on a 600 or an FZ07 because that shit will definitely get away from you. What up, Blake Turner? Watch your FZ03 hating language, boy. FZ03? The fuck is a FZ03? Is that a thing? Did they make an FZ03? I'm about to look this up. FZ03. Holy shit. The MT03, yeah, that is a thing. Look at that. Wow. No, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be better than getting like a R3. But still, I'd suggest a supermoto over that. But no, that thing does not look bad. For being a 300, that's pretty cool. Oh, fuck off. Keep on ripping. Thanks, John. 450 motard. I don't even know what that is. What is it? Mayfield? Mako. Sorry, I'm taking my back. I'm starting to run out of things to say. You guys need to suggest somebody to invite in here or something, because I'm fucking drowning over here. I'm about to look that up too. MAICO 450. MAICO 450. Oh, wow. Typed in 540. Dumbass. Oh, yeah, that's an old motherfucker. That thing's old as hell. That's pretty cool, though. Got the fucking... Is that dual shock or is that a single? Oh, wow. Oh, that thing's pretty crazy looking. Talk about your writing skills and how you groomed them. Everybody came here because you made videos with some level of skill, man. Keep it real. I don't know. I feel like I'm one of those people that, like, no matter what I do, like, I don't feel any special because of it. Like, everything I do, anybody can do. I'm not doing anything anybody can't do. Like, it can all be done. It just takes, like, work, and I think that's where people lack, is people don't want to put in the work. They just want to jump straight into it and look cool for their friends. But if you put in the work, you can do any of this shit. But no, I'm trying to think of what you mean by groomed them. Like, dial them in and stuff. Like I said, it's just a lot of practice. When I first bought the Harley and I started wheeling in it, I was literally out at the lot that we used to have. I was out at the lot every single weekend, whether I was making a video or not. I was at the lot every single weekend because I was just, like, destined to learn this shit. And so really, it just took a lot of time of dialing it in. You know, in the beginning, I was super choppy with the throttle. I would bring the bike up, and then I was either completely on the throttle or off the throttle and chopping the shit out of it. And I also didn't even practice rear brake in the beginning, which is super sketchy because that's how you fucking loop out. But now you just put in the time. If anybody wants to do it, you can do it. You just got to put the time in. Take it easy, Blake. Dude, you ever done airsoft? We have extra guns if you like to hang on a Saturday and go. I used to do airsoft when I was younger. It's pretty fun. Oh, yeah, no, I still need strings for my shit. They're so bad. The ones that are on my guitar right now are so bad. Anthony from Street Legal. Ah. You have the balls to do it. Like I said, balance point scares me shitless. Been there, done that. Hit back brake a lot. By groomed, I mean what made you Theo today? I don't know, to be honest. I just kind of kept doing it and kept doing it until I figured out what I was comfortable with and, like, what I like doing and everything. Because if you watch my, like, old videos, there's some of them I watch sometimes and I don't even feel like it's me. Just because I was so awkward and shit. Oh, no. Oh, okay, that was the empty one. I thought I spilled another beer on the floor. God damn it. Best Harley crash protection for the money? Crash bar, honestly. I've seen so many guys go down without a crash bar and they all have big fucking dents in the side of their tanks. Ever since I got my crash bar, I've crashed my bike a good couple times now, and I was able to just pick it up and ride home. So yeah, I'd say crash bar. Crash bar, and then like rear shock mount pegs. That's super easy though. You can just wipe. Mine are BMX pegs from a Mongoose bike that are just have the shock bolt through it. Do I ever miss the R6? Every now and then I think I do, but if I don't ever miss it enough to where I'd go back and change anything. I think it'd be cool to get another sport bike in the future, but I don't think I miss the R6 just for the pure fact that that thing was such a money pit. I dumped so much money into it, and I got nothing in return out of it. It was always just breaking down. It was a pile of shit. So I miss the idea of the bike, and the bike was kind of a big deal on my channel because that's kind of the bike that I built my channel with, or at least half the channel with. So yeah, I miss the idea of it every now and then, but when I think about having that bike back, there is no fucking way. I would not want that bike back ever. A new Street Fighter 975. I was gonna make a video on this, the new Harleys that came out, but everybody has kind of done it already, and so I don't feel like there's anything I can really say about them that hasn't already been said before. But honestly, I just feel like it's a glorified Buell, which I think everybody forgets that Buell was a thing. Buell was like this Harley's attempt at a street bike. But the one thing I was disappointed in is that they came out with a Street Fighter 975 and they were talking about, oh, Harley came out with a sport bike and all this shit, but it's still belt driven, and that just seemed really dumb to me. Because I feel like if you're trying to go for the sport bike without it, a sport bike to me is high horsepower, cutting corners, lightweight, and all that. But with high horsepower, I mean, shit, I don't know. I could be talking about out of my ass about a belt, but I feel like going for a sport bike, you'd want a chain on it. So I feel like they should have went ahead and just done a chain kit. And then Harley could do what they love to do. They could make more money for a bunch of useless shit, because then they wouldn't only sell you belts for your cruisers that are way overpriced, but they'd be able to have their own Harley Davidson brand chain kit, and then you know that shit's going to be like twice the price of a aftermarket chain kit. Yeah, no, I'd like to ride one so I could have a real opinion, because right now all I've seen is a picture of it. But that's all I think about it from the picture. I'd like to ride one and see how it is. Is your bike lighter than others? I doubt it. I think a stock Dyna is like 650 pounds or somewhere in that range. Mine is, I would guess, mine is somewhere around 700 pounds. So if anything, mine's probably heavier than other people's Dynas if their Dynas are stock. What up, Token? Yeah, the new Street Fighter has to fight so many other amazing bikes that it's all coming down to price point. Yeah, and you know that, I mean, I could be wrong, but you know that price point is not going to be very good at all. That price point, it has the Harley Davidson name on it. That price point's going to be way overpriced. And then nobody's going to buy it, and then Harley's going to continue thinking, oh, what are we doing wrong? We're not going after the right crowd. So they're going to come out with another spew of bullshit bikes, and that's just a bunch of crap. They were going in such a good direction when they came out with the Lowrider S, because they were like, okay, it's a cruiser. There's kids that are getting into the Dynas and stuff, but it's one that is built to somewhat perform. It had adjustable suspension on it. It had the bigger motor in it. It was built a little better. I don't know. I love my Harley, and like I'm gonna stick with the Dyna, but Harley itself is it's bittersweet to me sometimes. Yeah, exactly. With the chains are a lot easier to replace. No, it's not a Buell. It's an actual Harley Davidson, but it's they pretty much brought that Buell 1200, whatever it was, they pretty much brought it back to life, put a new dress on it, and named it something else. I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it right now, at least until all the specs come out and I see anything different. Only difference is like a Street Glide, 50 pounds. Yeah. If you could choose another Harley today, what would it be? Probably a Street Glide, for sure. I've got my Dyna. That thing's fun as hell. I'd probably definitely go for a Street Glide. I love the way they look. They're so comfortable. I'd keep the Street Glide for like some road trips and commuting and shit, and then my Dyna would be the fuck around bike. But I would love to have a street glide. I plan on getting a street glide one day. Which that'll be way in the future. But street glides are beautiful, man. It's almost like they fired the guy who's paying attention to the market. Really? No, it is. It's like there was one guy working at Harley that was making good suggestions, and they just got rid of him. They were like, "Oh, this guy's talking too much," and they got rid of him, and then it all just took a shit. I rode this street rod when it came out. Somewhat fun. Still scraped the exhaust. Wasn't better. AF07 front. Yeah, dude, the price points on them are so high. 10K burnout? Maybe. I gotta have a rear tire to make it to Bikes on the Barbecue in September. Have you ever ridden a Road King? Road one for sure. No, I haven't ridden a Road King. I've ridden a Street Glide, and I know they're a little different because the Road King, the big fairing on the front, isn't attached to the handlebars. I'm sure that makes a difference, but I'd like to ride one. I'm always down to ride any bike. Even if it's a bike that I already don't like just from looking at it, then I'll still like ride it and test the thing. It's not a bad thing if I ride a bike and my mind gets changed. That's just a good thing. That means there's more bikes out there that I like. Like if I were to ride this, if this new Harley Davidson lineup came out, and right now I'm not liking it, but shit, if I rode this Street Fighter one, you never know. I could fall in love and end up fucking buying one or some shit. Want to pitch in for you guys? Yeah. What do you think about the V-Rod? I think they're cool. They've got a lot of power to them and stuff, but I don't like the way they look particularly, which is fucked up because I know a lot of people love the way that they look, but I'm just not a fan of the lines on them and the way they look. But they're solid bikes. They're fast as fuck. They've got power behind them. They're going to be overhead cam. Yeah, they're going to be dual overhead cam, I thought. Dual overhead cam, and yeah. I've ridden street glides before. They're so fucking comfortable. It's not even fair. Yeah, I know, right? Like I came from sport bikes to my Dyna, and when I got on my Dyna, I was like, holy shit, I could ride all over the country with this thing. It's so comfortable. And after a while of riding my Dyna, it's still way more comfortable than the R6. But then I rode a street glide, and yeah, those things, it's literally like riding a recliner. It's like strapping two wheels to and some handlebars to your lazy boy and then going down the highway. It's so fucking nice. For 15 or 20K, you got to get Apes. Dude, I have Apes. Apes came on the Harley when I bought it, but I took that shit off there because they were comfortable, but you couldn't do anything with them. They didn't handle in the turns. They looked cool and they were comfortable. That was about it. They wouldn't hold up for wheelies or anything. I've ridden the Lowrider S, new 114 Fat Bob. Yeah, the Lowrider S is just a solid bike. The one thing I didn't like about the Lowrider S, and this is just something that I'm sure you have to get used to, but I don't like the electronic throttles. And it's not just the Lowrider S. A lot of bikes have electronic throttles. And actually, the Street Glide that I rode had an electronic throttle. And to be honest, I was fine with the electronic throttle on the Street Glide because I wasn't thinking about wheeling the Street Glide. I was just cruising with it, so it was very smooth. But when I rode Jason's Lowrider S and it had the electronic throttle, there's no way in hell that I feel like I'd be able to wheelie that thing. I don't think the trust would be there. I would always be paranoid. What up, Shameless? Noel, if you got internet, hit me up and you can jump in on this stream or shit. Head over to my house or something. I don't know what you're doing, but fucking, I'm drowning in here, son. I need somebody else to take over so I can breathe. Yeah, the V-Rod, I agree. Looks like everyone's dad's wet dream bike, which is fine. I mean, there's a bike out there for everybody, and like I said, they're not bad bikes. They're powerful. I'm not a fan of the way they look. Looking at them, it doesn't look like you can do a lot to them to alter the look of them. there's Dynas out there that look ugly as fuck, but Dynas are pretty versatile when it comes to parts and aftermarket and shit. If I ever come to New Jersey, which I see no reason to, let me know. Ain't a soul here out here that rides every day, and I sing. Oh hell yeah! I think New Jersey. I want to go to every state once at least in my lifetime. I want to travel all over the United States. But there's actually places in New Jersey that I think would be cool to go to. That I've like seen on video at least. What are your future bike upgrades? Shocks, chain kit, wheels. I want to get rid of these stupid ass spokes. Wheels. Fuck. What else? Scrape plate, skid plate. Eventually, once I get there, because like I'm nowhere near that point right now, but I would like to get a handbrake on it. As much as people hate handbrakes on Harleys, I would like to get a handbrake on it. As of right now, that's pretty much it. Oh, I would like to get some front suspension. I'm not into the whole changing the forks or anything, but I think it would be cool to get like some race tech, either some race tech or some Legends front springs for the forks. Get some heavier springs and heavier fork oil, kind of stiffen it up. Put a road glide front fairing. Dude, look up the fucking, oh, what do they call it? What's that fairing everybody has on their clubbed out Dynas? That's the giant front fairing. And they're like, they put the giant front fairing and the bags on, and their Dyna looks like an old 80s Honda. I forget the name of the fairing, but they make them. Paranoid about what? What did I say I was paranoid about? Oh, about the electronic throttle. Because I have, when it comes to cars and motorcycles, and when it comes to any kind of vehicle, I have horrible luck with electronic shit. I'm good with dealing with vehicles and bikes that have as little electronic shit on it as possible, because I always seem to break it. So I feel like if I had an electronic throttle, I'd be like mid-wheelie or something, and fucking some sensor would go out and it'd shut down or something. I don't know. Electronic throttles just scare me if I was going to be doing like wheelies and shit. My bike's injected. It was the first year for fuel injection, I believe. The 06 was the first year for the 6-speed transmission, and it was the last year for the 88. And then I think it was also the first year for fuel injection. I wouldn't mind trying out the Pan America. Dude, yes, the seat looks horrible on that thing. The headlight is like iffy with me. The headlight sometimes looks, if you look at it the right way, it looks like an old 80s or 70s or 80s shaped light. And then sometimes it looks kind of cool. But the seat was the biggest thing I noticed. The seat just looks flat and square. That thing does not look comfortable at all, which is kind of a big deal when it comes to adventure bikes. Other than that, the thing looked fine from the picture, but the seat looked horrible. Congrats on 10K. Hope you cruise all around Tulsa sometime if I'm out and about. Just hopping in the group. Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Need to do the record attempt at a Harley parade ride in September. What? There's a Harley parade ride in September? When in September? Because I'm going to be in Arkansas for the last week of September. But what's the record attempt? FXRP fairing, that's what it is. Yeah. Those things, oh boy. Those things are something, aren't they? Can you do stand-up wheelies? That's the only way I can. I'm trying to figure out how to get a handbrake on a budget. Well, I've done seat standers, but they're fucking sketchy because I don't have access to the rear brake. And in fact, that's how I looped my bike out like way back. And I've seen Jason loop his out. So I have the step plate, and with the step plate, I have access to the rear brake, and I'm learning to do it that way. But yeah, I don't do seat standers because, you know, I like my bike and my skin. Oh no. We got to get somebody in here pretty soon because I have got to take a piss. If I go piss, I'm going to be leaving you guys in the fucking dark for however long it takes, and that's no fun. Yeah, seat standers without a rear brake, I mean, you're pretty much like asking to fucking wreck. Oh, I might have heard about that. Adam I never know how to say his last name. Yeah, Adam is on a parade ride together to the Oklahoma border. Speaking of him, he set up this park. It's like a camping park down in Talamina in Oklahoma. And I think not this weekend, but next weekend, we're going to try to get a bunch of people together and ride out there on like a Friday or Saturday or something and camp out at his site. He's in Sturgis right now, so I doubt that he's going to be there, but we are going to try to ride out there and hang out. Okay, you guys think of some questions. Think of somebody for me to ask to join the thing, but I've got to piss so bad I can't even hold it anymore. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Man, that felt good. Piss in a bottle or something. Yeah, thanks. I wish you suggested that before I, went to go piss. You're not cool unless you pee your pants. Dude, I fucking love that movie. Somebody name that movie. Obviously not Tyson because he just quoted it, but name that movie. Yeah, no, I texted Diggy. He's doing video game shit like always, so he's not like answering anything. Bane never messaged me back, but she was like on Instagram, so I think she just doesn't want to get on and didn't want to say anything. Tristan wants to get on, but his computer is broken, so he can't get on. Yeah, no, nobody that I was messaging was, they were either busy doing something or they just didn't message me back. Been to K Camp last weekend, have a cabin reserved. This is where everybody of mine right is telling me to drive. Yeah, see, I've never been. I want to go. What's a queer? Well, I don't know. Let's Google it. Let's Google it. How about that? We'll Google what a queer is. Don't want to give you the wrong answer, you know what I mean? I want to give you the right answer. It's not this weekend, but it's next weekend. But we're gonna get some people together and do a ride out to Talamina in Oklahoma and go to the Adam Sandal whatever, his like campsite thing that he has set up out there, or it's like a park or something. Billy Madison. That's right. That's where that movie's from. I know what a queer is. I accidentally sent it. Oh, okay. That saved me a Google. What a queer. They're all queer. Where's all queers? Did you mean THEIR? They're all queers? Yeah, I think that ride should be pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to film it or not. I probably should, but at the same time, I don't know. When I do rides like that, it's a lot more fun to just enjoy the ride and not, like, I don't know. It's a good campground. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a campground for, like, bikes and shit, because Talamina Drive is a really nice motorcycle road and whatnot. Bikers, yeah, bikers and vets. I think they have, like, with the cabins and everything, if you're a vet, you can camp for free. You can get cabins for free and stuff like that. I didn't. I was in Stillwater for that whole thing for Brooks' final ride. Practicing donuts. Yeah, I did when we had the wheelie spot out there because it was a nice open spot, but the wheelie spots that I have now are just straight roads, which when learning donuts isn't very fun because I don't have enough room to really kind of work my way around the circle. If I can find a big open lot again, then I definitely want to get back into that. Try to film or document. Yeah, I had somebody tell me that I need to start filming me working on my bike more, but like that shit's just so annoying. Like I'd rather just work on the bike and get it done rather than film it and drag out the process 3 times as long. Yeah, no, I want to start practicing a lot more stuff than just wheelies, but a lot of that stuff I need a good open place to do it rather than just a straightaway, a skinny little straightaway. Yeah, I saw some of the pictures and videos on Facebook. It was a pretty big group. A lot of people showed up for that. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a ton. Where's my phone at? I'll message some people again. Try to get a hold of some of these bitches. Mr. Mont. Thanks, Brody. 100, god damn. No, I didn't know there was that much. I knew there was a lot of bikes, but I would never have guessed there was 100. That's a good crowd. Which I mean, it was a good cause to draw the crowd. It's not like it was for nothing. Like that's a very good crowd for the account of what was happening. But I've kind of stopped going out to that whole group, that 41st rider group thing. I have no problems with the people that are out there, but I mean that shit's just getting way too crazy. The cops are getting crazy with watching that group. The shit, a couple weekends back, there was a fucking shooting that happened. So it's just getting too crazy. I'd rather just go do my own thing and chill. You know who'd do it with Dana? Well, yeah. I'm pretty sure everybody that is into motovlogging knows who do it with Danny. He's one of the bigger ones. Yeah, no, again, like, it's nothing against those guys out there. It's just that shit's getting too stupid, getting too crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're the one that sent me the picture of that. There were cops and a bunch of fucking tow trucks just waiting there, and it was a weekday. They were already waiting for bikes. That shit's way too crazy. Like, it's gotten to the point now where I can go out by myself and do all the stupid shit that I do, and like a cop will see it, and I just continue on, and like nothing happens. But then there's chances where you even roll up in the parking lot at that group, and they'll pull you over and give you a ticket for anything. And I don't have mirrors or turn signals or anything, which in Oklahoma that's not illegal, but they'll still give you a ticket for it if they want to. And if I show up out at that group the way things are going, they could get me for a lot of stuff. So I just prefer to stay away. Just rolled away slowly. Yeah. I would have saw the fucking cops and shit sitting there and just slowly pass by. I wouldn't even fucking turn into the parking lot. Fuck that. Which, don't get me the wrong, the cops in Tulsa are actually pretty chill. Like, they're not as bad as everybody thinks they are. But when it comes to that group has no chill, so the cops don't have any chill. If that makes any sense. Yeah, in Oklahoma, you don't have to have turn signals. You can use hand signals, which is what I do. If I'm riding and there's a cop behind me or something, I just use my hands and point where I'm going or where I'm turning, and I've never had any issues with it. Which is sort of fucked up because I know that if you go and try to take the motorcycle test for your endorsement, you do have to have mirrors and turn signals. But legally on the road, it's kind of like when you take the test, you have to have a helmet, but there's no helmet law in Oklahoma. You can ride without a helmet in Oklahoma. So I don't know, it's weird. But no, turn signals aren't illegal. I think you still have to have the left mirror though. See, I know in Arkansas, I think it was either Arkansas or one of these other states around us, you do have to have at least one mirror. But I could be wrong, but I couldn't find anything in Oklahoma that says that you have to even have one mirror. Which, I mean, either way, I mean, I could be wrong. You might have to have one mirror, but I just know that I've been riding on the streets every single day for like 4 years, and I don't think I've ever had mirrors on any of the bikes that I've owned. So, and I've never had any issues with it. Yeah, I think you're right, Alex. I think it's 21. You have to be a certain age to not have a helmet. That's true. I forgot about that. You guys get the fastest street ride car. We've got some pretty fast cars out here, some pretty fast street cars, but we've also got some pretty cocky people out here that think they're faster and that they're fastest. Personally, I feel like Texas would have the fastest street cars, but we do have out in Oklahoma City, we do have that TV show, the fucking, oh, what is it called? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? They do the drag races and they race for money and shit. The Midwest something. Fuck, I forget the name of that TV show. Anyway, we do have some pretty quick cars out here. Street Outlaws. That's what I'm thinking of. We got Street Outlaws in Oklahoma City, and they've got some fast fucking cars. But I don't know. That's kind of a big thing in Tulsa, which it kind of brings me to. Hold on, let me catch up in the chat real quick. I'm rambling now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So since street racing is like such a big thing in Oklahoma, then that means a lot of people that are into motorsport type stuff, their idea of fun is being the fastest, which sucks for the motorcycle scene because like we don't have stunt riders out here at all. It's so fucking rare to have actual stunt riders out here, whether it's Harley or not, just any kind of stunt rider. Everybody here that has a bike is either an old dude on a bagger or it's some young kid without a license that wants to be the fastest fucking street bike on the highway until they slam into a car. Like, I think it's pretty fucking stupid. I mean, don't get me wrong, going fast is fun, but a straight line is easy as fuck, dude. Like, up to a certain point. There's obviously, once you get into like the top fuel dragsters and shit, that takes a little bit of talent. But when you get a fucking stock 600 or a stock 1000 and you take it out on the highway and the highway's wide open, you just pin the throttle and you're tucked in and you're going straight, that doesn't take a whole lot of talent. Like, I mean, the bike's doing all the work, you're just holding on. But like, not a lot of people out here are into either stunting or like circuit racing, like actually going around corners and shit. Half the people that ride out here they can't corner for shit. They can go fast all day long, but they can't fucking corner, and they can't fucking wheelie for a shit. Like, I don't know. Tulsa bothers me when it comes to the motorcycle scene. I know in Oklahoma City they have a lot more stunt riders in Oklahoma City, which that's why I need to get out to Oklahoma City one weekend and just go fucking play out there for a while. But Tulsa kind of pisses me off when it comes to the bike scene. They got drag cars that can run 8th mile and rather see fucking 300s. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I want to see like Harley Davidson put on a stunt show out here, or fucking Synergy put on a stunt show out here, and get some bikes doing some wheelies and circles and shit in a parking lot. Or even like Cycle Gear, like they're right next to Home Depot out here. They got a big ass lot they could fucking open up. But I think that I would go to that all day long. But like I went out to the Tulsa Raceway Park. I'll go out there every now and then, and it's cool every now and then to hear the cars and fucking see what kind of times they're running. But all in all, it's just meh. It's not life changing or anything. Yeah, we've got some fast cars, but that doesn't mean it's like cool. See, I'd rather watch circuit racing over drag racing. Drag racing is fun. It's fun to watch, but circuit racing would be a hell of a lot more fun to watch because then people are actually like battling around corners, and it's not all about, you know, who can go the fastest in a straight line. It's about who can handle their car better and whose car is like performs better to go around corners. It's not all about motor. It's about like actual driving. Am I a pioneer? I'll change my YouTube name to Pioneer Theo. Take 2 600s and a race down the Dragon Cell. See, that would be something to watch. Like MotoGPs, like where they're fucking taking corners. Like Isle of Man, actually. Isle of Man is so fucking awesome to watch. But then you go to the drag strip and you got like 2 stock fucking 2001 model 600s racing, running like fucking 11s and 12s. And it's like, oh, that's cool, I guess. Drag forwards. Also been a cool town since the 70s. Yeah, no, there's really nothing that goes on here. The biggest thing in Tulsa, if you like Google it and shit, is the art. We have a lot of art museums out here, but that's about it. We don't really have there's not a whole lot going on here at all. I think the biggest thing that brings people to Tulsa from out of town is when there's like a concert at the BOK Center or something. And that's it. Other than that, like, there's fucking nothing here. Yeah, there's a place on Stroud where people do drift events and like autocross where they set up the cones and whatnot. That's pretty cool. I like that. But even then, if you look at that scene compared to the go fast in a straight line scene, it's still very minor, which sucks because even watching like drifting events and like autocross would be a lot more fun than watching a drag race. Yeah, circuit racing on bikes is fucking awesome. Yeah, I have an Isle of Man flag somewhere in my house. I have a giant Isle of Man flag. I love the Isle of Man. Gun show, concert, gun show, and chili bowl. Yep, pretty much. Bike drifting would be pretty cool. I tried it once, and I fucked my knee up. No, it's pretty fun. I fucked up that day, though. I was trying to drift with shitty shocks and a really grippy tire. I need to pump my air up a bunch and get better shocks, and I probably wouldn't have fucking high-sided as bad. Brady Theater. Yeah, the Brady Theater is super fucking haunted. There's the Brady Theater, and then there's the Canes Ballroom. Brady Theater, Canes Ballroom, and BOK Center. Those are like the three main places for concert type stuff. But the Brady Theater and Canes Ballroom is for like the smaller bands. And actually at the Canes Ballroom, they do a lot of fucking like rave type shit there. At least they have in the past like couple years. You should take the Dyna to Hallett. I've thought about it. I really have. I've considered taking it to Hallett. I want to go out to Hallett and kind of just watch and chill for a little bit, but I think it'd be really cool to go out there and actually race on Hallett. But it takes a lot of money. I'd have to get together like, you know, a full suit and everything, because I definitely do not have the gear for them to let me in. Yeah, the Canes Ballroom's pretty popular here, but it's a pretty small venue. It's still fun as fuck though. I remember way back when I was like early high school, and Flogging Molly came out to the Canes Ballroom, and holy shit, was that a fucking concert. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to have full leathers to go out there. Yeah, big go-kart track. Shit, hell, it'd be fun to take anything out there. As much shit as I talk about drag racing, I do think it'd be cool to take my Harley out to Tulsa Raceway Park just to see what numbers it could do. But I think it'd be a lot more cool to like talk to the people that run the Tulsa Raceway Park and get in a day where I can just go out there and practice wheelies and shit. Just have a full fucking drag strip free to myself to do wheelies and not have to worry about cars or anything. I think that would be dope as fuck. We had partner with Cycle Gear and like a special guest at the bike nights and stuff. The thought, I'd be lying if I'd say the thought hasn't crossed my mind, but at the same time, like, it never really goes much further than a thought, because again, like, the bike life out here doesn't match what I'm doing. So I feel like Cycle Gear announced me as a special guest. Most of the people that go to those bike night events are going to be like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, who gives a shit what he does? And the same with Harley Davidson. Both the Harley Davidsons out here they cater more to the older crowd and stuff. So I feel like if I ever talk to them about anything like that, it would just be kind of like a what are you doing? Like, who cares about that? Tulsa's fun as a playground to do what I'm doing out here. But when it comes to the actual scene and connections, dude, I've got no connections out here with the Harley Wheelie stuff at all. There is no connection. It's just crap. When will you have another meetup? Actually, the other day we were talking about trying to set up. I want to do it sometime around fall, because fall is like my favorite time of the year, because the weather's perfect, like at the high 60s, and when the colors start changing and shit. I want to do it sometime around like maybe October, the beginning of October. which would be when I get back from Bikes and Barbecue. So I think I'm going to try to set it up in October. I'm going to try to do a meetup. I just got to figure everything out, like where we're going to meet and actual dates and everything. But I do plan on having a meetup soon. I want to do one. Is 1/8 or 1/4? Is what 1/8 or 1/4? The drag strip? The drag strip is a 1/4 mile that we have out here. Why Thunder Valley and not the Tulsa track? What? Thunder Valley? What's Thunder Valley? I just know. Are you talking about the Tulsa Raceway Park? Tulsa Drag Strip used to have Wednesday night drags. Made a lot of money. Yeah. See, that's the only time I've been out there. I haven't been out there for a major event. I just go out for like the midnight drags. Have you seen the concert coming up at the Brady? It's called Generation X, Steve. No, I haven't. All in one night. That looks pretty fucking cool. Yeah, Harley, like, there's some guys at Harley. It's a lot of the younger kids that are like mechanics there that I've talked to, and they're like totally into what I'm doing. But most of the time, like the salesmen and shit, like I walk in and the salesmen are trying to sell me bikes, and I'm telling them like, dude, I'm not gonna buy a brand new bike. Like I'm not about to spend the money on a brand new bike and then do what I do to them. And they're like, oh, but they got more power and stuff. And then I'll show them like videos of it, and they're just like, oh, that's cool. You should buy this one because it's got more power. It's like, fuck off. I'm not gonna buy a brand new bike and then crash it every fucking weekend, dude. Remember, Theo, innovator. That's what you're doing, man. Don't play yourself down. See, no, and I agree with that. Like, I'm not trying to play myself down. It's just like I've been out here long enough to just kind of know like there's really no hope when it comes to Tulsa and the street scene. It's not just recently been like it's not recently fucked up. It's been fucked up for the entire time we've been out here. How many people usually come? Come to what? 100 to 1,000. I know you're not talking about my meetups. Not nearly that many people coming to that. That'd be fucking awesome. But no, and no, not my meetups. I hope you're talking about something else. 1/4 mile isn't bad. Wheelies for days. Oh yeah, and dude, you got to think the 1/4 mile is just the racing section. You have the entire strip after the 1/4 mile that you slow down on. So you have like, probably a full mile, I'd say. Yeah, you probably have a full mile of just straightaway. Wide open straightaway, 2 lanes. That'd be fucking wheelies for days. They have had a new rider with T-bars and 2 and a 1. They try, yeah. How many people usually come to the meetup? Oh yeah, no, not anywhere close to 100 or 1,000. I think the last time I did a meetup, it was like 20 people at the most. But I think I was at I think I only had like 3,000 or 4,000 subs. So I'm sure a lot more would show up this time, but again, it's Tulsa and Tulsa's pretty barren, so I have no idea. What's fucked up, I feel like if I did a meetup somewhere else, like say I did a meetup in Oklahoma City, or I did a meetup like fucking Texas or some shit, I would get a lot more people showing up to that than I would doing a meetup in my own town. As fucked up as that sounds, like I really think not a lot of people in Tulsa give a shit. If you used to be into cars and motorcycles, change your opinion on car. Oh yeah, definitely, dude. Like I used to be one of those little shitheads that I had an old Trans Am, and which don't get me wrong, I missed the hell out of my Trans Am, but I had an old Trans Am. I thought I was the fastest fucker around and like just a cocky little shit. But then I bought my sport bike for the first time, and I was like, okay, yeah, No car out here has shit on a fucking sport bike. And after that, I've kind of, when I look at cars now, I don't really look at speed. I kind of look at like how they look and how they ride and stuff. Like I don't really care about a car for speed anymore because after riding a sport bike for so long, I don't really think you're gonna find a car that's gonna outperform that amount of speed unless you're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars or building the fuck out of something, which would still probably end up being hundreds of thousands of dollars. Can you let me know in advance? Yeah, no, I'm gonna like let everybody know in advance for sure. It's not just gonna be like 2 days ahead of time. Like I'm definitely gonna make a big thing out of it. Make a big meetup. 1 mile. Can you keep it up? That's like 30 seconds with a you know, I don't know. Because right now where my wheelies are, I've noticed the ones that I ride out for a pretty good amount of time, those are the ones when I don't have any worry at all about what's in front of me. And I don't like to sound like I'm making excuses, but a lot of the time when I rip my wheelies up, paranoia hits me hardcore. And if I can't see around the tank, I get super fucking sketched out that there's a car that is in front of me, or, you know, what if somebody slammed on their brakes or a car pulled out at a lane way up there that I can't see or some shit. You know what I mean? So I get paranoid and I end up like not being able to focus on the wheelie. But like when I get out to my wheelie spots and stuff and there's nothing out there at all and I'm able to rip it up and just stare at the tank, I don't even have to try to look around the tank. Those are the ones that go for a while. So I feel like if I was able to get out to the drag strip and like have no thought in my mind at all about anything being in front of me, I feel like I could hold that shit out for a long time. I don't know. I would really love to try. I think that'd be awesome. Yeah, I do need spam cards. I am getting guys making 500 free stickers for me that I'm going to use as like a trial run. Keep them in my bar bag and stuff, so when somebody sees me on the streets or something, I can hand out stickers. Maybe do some giveaways with them or something. But yeah, I'm going to have 500 free stickers. I think that's going to be pretty fucking cool. But I do need to get spam cards. I need to get merch in general. Usually by this point in people's channels, they have plenty of merch and shit. But yeah, yeah. Connor and Mike and meet at the K River campground. Yeah, Connor was talking to me about them going to the campground. I might be ending up meeting up with them for that. I might. Do I have a favorite car? That's a hard question. Because yes, I do, but I have, like, it kind of depends. Like my dream car, that like totally unrealistic dream car that everybody has, that it's like, oh, if I won the lottery, this is the car I'd buy, would be an Audi R8 V10. Those things are fucking beautiful. I love the way they look. I can't get enough of those cars. But I've never driven one, so I can't exactly say it's my favorite car. Favorite cars that I've ever owned would probably be, I had a 79 Trans Am. It was like a Smokey and the Bandit car. That was probably my all-time favorite car that I've ever had. Tulsa has no life. It's ate up with welfare and stuff. Yep. Yeah, pretty much. Theo, it ain't public business, so it's your discretion. What year were you born? Oh, I don't care. I'm 23, so I was born in 1995. 23 years old. Myself and a buddy of mine are going to leave Tulsa September 13th, 5 p.m. for K River Camp. See, I don't know what day would that be? Like, what day of the week would that be? Because I've called in for a week for Bikes and Barbecue, so if it's like on a weekday, I'm pretty much stuck at work. I can't leave until the end of the month. Well, yeah, you can have a sticker. If you can't see around it, may that be why Jason does stand-ups? Yeah, no, he said that stand-ups are a lot more comfortable to him because he feels like he can control the bike more and he can see where he's going and stuff. And that, like, the stand-ups that I've practiced with the step plate are you know, a lot more comfortable because I can see in front of me. But sit-downs, oh man, sit-downs are terrifying on a Harley because you can't see shit. You pretty much just have to cross your fingers and hope that there's nothing in front of you. What is Bells still there? Bells. What's Bells? Trans Am. Yeah, dude, I loved that car. Fucking loved that car. Yeah, if it's Thursday, I'm not going to be able to go. I'm going to be at work. You can answer if you want, but what month and day were you born? Yeah, no, I'll stay away from that question. I don't care if people know how old I am, but I am about to give out my full fucking birthday. Bells. Oh, no, I know. I've never even heard of Bells. Closed in 2008. You can answer if you want, but what month and day were you born? Why don't I give you my social security number as well? Hey, do you want my debit card information? Yeah, no, I never heard of Bells. Even when it was alive. Yeah, well, I wasn't even alive in 1993, so. Fuck, man. Oh! Did you look at that? I still have a beer left. Check that out. Isn't that just nifty? Where was Bells? Or is Bells? Or was it? Or is it? Look it up. Okay, I'm about to look it up. Hold on. What would I type in? Just Bells, Oklahoma? Bells, Oklahoma. Bells Amusement Park. Oh. Hold on. It's 11 p.m. Why you got a beer left? Guys, I'm the only one on the stream. I've been talking. I haven't been time to be drinking. I'm drinking Miller Lite because it's the best beer, and I don't care what anybody says. Everybody's entitled to their favorite beer, and this is my favorite beer. Honestly, though, I can drink any beer. A lot of the time, I'm not picky when it comes to beer, but if I'm going to buy a beer, I just prefer to buy Miller. I just think it's the smoothest. Damn it, it's trying to chapstick. You're gonna have them orange ass lips, look like you sucked off Chester the Cheetah. This is gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna leave this live stream up when I'm like done with it, because since I'm the only one on here, when you go back and watch a live stream, it doesn't show anything in the chat, so it's just gonna be me like. And I don't think I've been repeating questions, so it's gonna be all out of context and shit. Oh well. I might leave it up. Oh yeah, no, Tyson's right. It's 10 here. We're in the Midwest. It's 10 o'clock here. It should be like what, 11 o'clock on the East Coast, and then like it's like 2 hours behind on the West Coast. So it's like California would be like what, 8 o'clock, or maybe it's an hour behind. Is California 8 o'clock right now? I thought it was 2 hours, wasn't it? Miller Lite is disgusting. Coors is better. See, they both taste the same to me because I like Coors as well. They're both the same to me. Miller is just smoother to me than Coors is. But like I said, everybody has their favorite beer and whatnot. My favorite beer is Captain and Coke. Minus the extracurricular activities. After party hangout. Yeah, Indy. Well, shit, Indy. If you want to get on the stream right now, jump in, dude. You've been here the whole time. You couldn't have jumped in and saved me like an hour ago. Here, I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link, dude. See, it's been a long time since I've had Budweiser, or even just Bud Light. I don't know. It's never been around, and like I said, I just buy Miller when I buy stuff. So yeah, the drifting high side is in my videos. It's not too far back. The thumbnail is just my Harley laying on the ground. It was a pretty beefy video to watch. Every time I watch it, I feel my knees hurt just a little bit more. They were placeholders for real beer. Oh yeah, hold on, Indy. I'll send you the link in your YouTube messages. I hope you've been drinking, because I have. Where? Oh, that's the wrong page. What the fuck? Oh, fuck me. Hold on. I'm gonna have to actually click on your name because I can't fucking find you. Let me catch up real quick. Yeah, I typically don't watch like those crash compilation vids. There's a lot of people that love those videos, but I don't know. I just like, I've been in wrecks enough to where like they just hurt to watch. Like I just like feel the pain. I hate watching those videos. But no, mine wasn't too bad. It hurt. It was a pretty good crash, but it wasn't like gnarly or anything. It's not like there was a bunch of blood. And what does Keystone Light and having sex with a canoe have in common? They're both they're both fucking close to water. So true. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. I'm gonna use that one. I'm gonna use that one next time I see somebody with Keystone Light. Okay, I forget how to go to. Hold on, Indy. I'm getting there. Wait, what the fuck? You don't have a place to send you a message on YouTube. Where's your little message button, bud? Yeah, I have a flag. I can flag you. What is the message? Here, I guess I can send it to your Google Plus thing, can't I? Or maybe I can invite you in the thing. Hold on, let me catch up in chat before I get too behind. Yeah, exactly. I don't need to watch crash vids. '99 Honda F4i. That's halfway street, halfway stunt. See, I started on the street. I started on a 2001 F4i, but I wasn't into stunting at the time, and I wish I was, because F4is are like super nice for stunting and shit. Oh yeah, awesome. You sent me your email. I'm gonna email it to you, bud. Be named after the dog. New update where you have to go set it up before it works. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. Oh well. Oh wait, yeah, didn't they do away with they did away with the messaging? That's fucking stupid. That's dumb. Which, I mean, I guess, like, I've never used it unless, like, it's something like this. But, alright, Indy. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Gotta type in this shit. Oh, what the fuck? Have I emailed you before? Because you were already in here. Haha. Alright, there we go. Alright, check your email, bubs. I'm not, but I'm getting it for $400. I know it's needs ignition, but yeah, that's not bad at all. $400 for a bike and then it needs a little work. That's not bad at all. I'm into stunting. Yeah. Indy 500 is way cool. Yeah, that's a pretty dope man. Sound of a nice slurp of beer. Fuck yeah. If it's your first bike, it can be done. Well, depending on if you're as big as I am, it's fucking fine. I can hear it in them two natty ices you drink. You won't drift below right around the camera. Nope. I don't mix drinking and riding. Just because when I ride, I want to do something stupid already. So if there's any alcohol involved, I cannot imagine it being good at all. I'm actually really surprised how much I've held out on this thing for being solo. I said it in the beginning, but it is the first live stream I've ever done where I've been by myself.
You're not alone, buddy.
Oh, shit.
How's it going, dude?
What up, man? Good to hear another voice besides mine. Holy shit.
Dude, right?
Called beer balls, Theo. Don't do it. Yeah, no. See, I have my little pit bike, and if I could only show you the condition it's in now after I bought it, every time I've ridden that thing is when we're drinking out in the yard, and I'm like putting it around the yard doing wheelies and shit. Now the clutch lever's broke, the fucking the rear wheel's bent, so the rear tire doesn't hold air. The thing barely even starts half the time now.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's why I don't drink and ride. I'll drink and ride my pit bike in the yard. That's about it. I lie. I drink and fucking ride the fuck out of my lawnmower when I'm mowing my lawn.
That's some Oklahoma shit, man.
Hell yeah, dude. There was I think the last time I mowed my lawn was when it was like 116 degrees here. And we were leaving that weekend, so I couldn't wait for the weekend. So I came home from work. It was 116 degrees that day, so I waited until the sun went down. And I have a riding lawnmower because I have a good amount of like land to mow. And my mower has headlights on it, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll wait till nighttime before I mow, dude." I got headlights, and I I think I went through like a good 6-pack just mowing my lawn, and like, by the end of it, I was fucking sloshed on my lawnmower, just all over the place.
That is some oil Dale shit right there. Like,
Dude.
you got meth heads that'll mow their lawn at like 3 a.m. But they don't have the luxury of being able to afford a riding mower, so they got, you know, that mower that, you know, you have to cuss at it in order for it to start.
Yeah.
And they're wearing one of those headband flashlights.
Yeah. Dude, I was like, because like I've got, it's hard to explain my house. Like I've got good land around the house, but there is a neighborhood like across the street. And I was just really hoping, like, I was hoping nobody would call the cops on me or anything. Because during the summertime, the sun sets at like, it finally goes down at like 9 o'clock. So from 9 o'clock to like 10:30, I was just out there getting fucking wasted and mowing my lawn.
That's hilarious. Can you get a DUI for doing that?
I looked it up because
you looked it up.
I did. I looked it up because my dad was telling me, because like again, I'm trying not to like dox myself and reveal where I live, but my house, it's got a pretty busy road next to it, like a pretty main road next to it, and so a lot of the time when we're drinking out in the yard and getting wasted, it's really weird because we're like right next to, there's like cops passing by all day, but they can't do anything about it because we're on my own property. So I asked my dad, and he was telling me that I could mow my lawn and drink all day long, but there's a sidewalk on that main road that runs through my property. He said if I was on that sidewalk, then they could get me.
Ooh.
But if I was in the grass, they couldn't. So I was like, okay. So every time I like cross over the sidewalk, I'll fucking double check and look down both ways. No cops coming or nothing.
You'd be a fun neighbor.
That's fucking. It was hot. It was hot that day.
I would never attempt that in California.
No.
Like, here, you could get in trouble just for looking at somebody funny.
Gotta have that 2-wheel therapy on my lawnmower. How much land? I think in total it's a 4-acre lot, but I only have to take care of an acre of it. The other 3 acres is a different thing.
Yeah. Ooh, I have an acre of land. I can, if I were to walk out my back door, I can piss and hit the fence dividing the properties.
I don't even have a fence. There's a guy mowing at night on the street. Dude, mowing at night, when you got headlights and a riding lawnmower and a case of beer, mowing at night is actually really fucking fun.
Yeah.
Until you wake up the next morning and see all the spots that you missed.
And Raid ZLA, I'm from Bakersfield.
Represent Bakersfield.
Yeah. Everybody that lives here, it's hilarious. Everybody in Bakersfield thinks that they're either from LA or Texas. I'm just like, bro.
Oklahoma is a pretty good place to live. I shit on it a lot. I really do, but the price of living for what you get is actually pretty nice. There's definitely better places to live, but Oklahoma isn't as bad as what everybody thinks it is. I've had people tell me like that have never been here, that live like in the Bay Area. They tell me that like when they think of Oklahoma, all they can picture is like a farmhouse with a bunch of cows around it and shit. And I'll give them it. Like we do have a lot of that out here, but out in Tulsa where I live, fuck, dude, it's pretty urban. I mean, I live on a good bit of property, but like it's not all like that. It's pretty fucking urban.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of everything in Bakersfield. Like we have like middle of nowhere, and then we also have a little bit of a city.
Yeah.
But man, if you were to go on Google Maps, like the satellite images, and then zoom into Bakersfield, just look at how close the houses are together. It's insane.
Okay, Indy.
hold down the fort for a minute. I gotta piss again.
All right. I can see who's pulling the weight around here. All right. All right, side chat, what have you got for me? Let's see here. We'll see. Bakersfield, basically, if you look at the map of California and then you'll see like a big bowl where like all the mountains are formed. Look in the middle of the valley. Usually you have to zoom in pretty far for Bakersfield to show up. And then it's just right there in like almost the lower portion of the valley. Let's see here. Great gun laws, yep. Cow fashion, any plans around Bear area? Jesus Christ, that's hot. Yep. It's not always, you know, what everybody says it is in California. It's always 75 degrees and sunny here. Nope. Not here in Bakersfield or in Death Valley or any of the shit parts of California. Let's see. What bike do I have? I have a Kawasaki Z1000 from 2003. I just got it like 3 weeks ago and started riding it 2 weeks ago. Finally not riding dirty anymore, so that's a plus side.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, there was something I was going to say right before I left, and I can't think of it now.
Was it I'll be back?
Probably. Fuck, what was I going to say? What are somebody asked what my thoughts were on Oklahoma education. So, I think the downfall to Oklahoma education is the teachers' pay. They cheap out on actual like educators, meaning like they don't. Most of the time, the teachers here aren't even certified. It's almost like a temp type deal. I don't know how to explain it. We were talking about it the other day, but they would rather pay less for, you know, people that are teaching while they're in college and when they're in college. So we go through a lot of teachers. We don't have a lot of certified teachers. So the teachers don't get paid a lot, and that's a big deal. Besides that, I used to think the education was bad here until I started hearing about it in other states. And it actually, compared to other states, Oklahoma doesn't have that bad of education. That's when it comes to like grade school and stuff. When it comes to colleges, our colleges are actually really fucking nice. Like we've got some great educators and great colleges for certain things.
Our colleges have safe spaces.
Yeah. Yeah. Our fucking quick trips here our gas stations have safe spaces, but people usually get shot anyway.
Ooh. Yeah, that's crazy. I can actually say that I've finally been to a quick trip gas station.
Really?
Yeah.
Where at?
Arizona.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they were in Arizona. That's like the only state that they're in that's not Midwest.
Yeah, like I was surprised. Like whenever I was there, majority of the gas stations were quick trips. There were a couple of Chevrons and Shell stations, but for the most part, all I saw were quick trips.
Yeah, dude, quick trips are the bomb.
Dude, the gas was so cheap there. I'm so tempted to move there now.
I know, it's cheap as fuck. Dude, with a 4-gallon tank, it takes like $8 to fill my tank up.
Yeah, dude, here to fill. Wait, what are you talking about filling up your tank? You don't do that.
Well, yeah, no, it doesn't happen a lot. I didn't say it happens a lot. I'm just saying when I do fill up my tank.
Yeah, well, whenever I fill up the tank on my Z, it's like $15.
God damn.
Yeah. It's like just shy of $4 a gallon.
Everybody's naming off all these colleges. OU, ORU, OSU. Yeah, no, the OU and OSU is like a big battle because of the football teams and shit, but I'll be real with you guys. I don't give two shits about football.
Oh, thank God.
When it comes down to it, like they both have really nice educational systems. Like Like they really do. And ORU is not far from me either, and ORU's got a really good educational system as well. Observe. I like Eufaula. Eufaula is a great place. Going down to like Eufaula Lake and shit. We are really stepping back for the OU and OSC. Yep, pretty much. What are your thoughts on a custom-built Dyna exhaust like Royalty or Trask? Would you pay $1,000 or $1,500 for hand-built pipe? No. Well, I wouldn't pay $1,500 for a pipe. Not for what I do. Although if I were to pick between the two brands that you named off, Trask would be the way to go for sure. But I would not spend $1,500 for an exhaust. The pipe I just bought is about $900, so it's not far from $1,000. So I can't exactly say anything about that, but $1,500 is kind of a lot. But I don't know. I think if it was worth it, but to be honest, like no matter the amount of power and like performance that thing would bring, I don't think I'd be able to spend $1,500 on an exhaust and then it's gonna hit the ground anyway. Shit, I feel bad enough knowing that I just spent $900 on an exhaust and it's gonna be scraped up like pretty soon.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'm already trying to prepare myself for that. Trask though, I almost went ahead and bought a Trask. They make some pretty good pipes.
Yeah. Like that whole whenever you get something nice and then you immediately put a scratch on it, that feeling is just terrible. Like whenever I did that stupid idea of transporting my rear stand on the back of my bike, I put a little bit of a scuff on the tail plastics of my bike. I was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Whatever, truck wouldn't start.
I've got some Sea-Doos down at the lake as well. Some Sea-Doos, a boat. We fucking go tubing and shit.
Dude.
There's a Shell station somewhere you can get 97. Yeah, those are pretty. Getting anything above 91 is kind of hard to find in Oklahoma, but it's not impossible.
Do you have ethanol in your fuel?
At most stations, like Quick Trips and stuff. But there's one like, well, I'm not gonna say where it's at. Anyway, there's one that I go to because it's really convenient, and they have 91 with 0 ethanol at all.
Ooh.
And that's what I usually get, and that's about. It's more on the expensive side. It's like $3.50 a gallon, but it's worth it.
Yeah, that way you know you can put it in a vehicle that you're not really going to plan on using that much, and then you can come back 6 months later and it's not completely gummed up.
Exactly. Who cares what the best high school is in Tulsa? Dude, in actual Tulsa, like Tulsa County, there isn't a best high school. They're all garbage. See, I went to Glenpool. High School, and it's like right outside of Tulsa County, like south of Tulsa. And it was a small town high school, so it was pretty basic, but it was decent. I built some mild steel 2-into-1 stuff. I was thinking about pricing them in the 300 range to see if the dirt bags would be interested. That I would do that. Because see, the only problem I have, like for $300, you can't beat that at all. Especially if it's something that you're trying out. $300. I feel like a lot of people would buy that. The pipe that's on my Harley is a handmade steel pipe, but it is a piece of shit, dude. It rusts really bad. It sounds like shit. Everybody always asks what it is because they say it sounds good in the videos. Dude, it only sounds good in videos. In person, it sounds like a piece of shit. And it falls apart all the time. I hate this pipe.
That's hilarious, since that comment that I put on your one video.
Yeah, you were. You were one of the ones. Yeah, you were one of the ones that was saying it sounded so good. Yeah, it sounds good in video, but dude, if you heard that shit in person, it just sounds like I fucking welded a bunch of beer cans together. And
I guess I just like the way the V-twin sounds when it's at like almost at the maximum RPM.
Yeah. Just wait. Just wait till I get my new pipe. It's going to be so much better. E85. Little, yeah, a little ethanol never hurts. I go to the 91 no ethanol gas station because it's convenient. It's right on my way to work. So anytime I need to fill up, I just stop there real quick. But if I'm out somewhere and like I just see a quick trip or something, I'll stop and get, as long as it's 91, even if it has ethanol, I'll get it. Just because I ride my bike so much, the gas runs through so quickly that it's not really going to affect much.
Yeah, if you're actually using the vehicle that you're putting the gas into constantly, then you don't really have to worry about it. Unless maybe you're running something that's carbureted. But I don't know. I've never owned anything carbureted other than my shifter cart.
Right. Take it easy, Brody. We will definitely ride safe. Not too safe because that's not fun, but safe. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you a lot. Just wanted to stop by and say congrats, man. Say hi to Tigard for me. Who's Tigard?
Would he be referring to Tigard LS Army? The girl with the R3?
Tigard LS Army? I've heard of that, but I don't know who she is. Oh, is he talking to you? You know her?
Well, he's saying congratulations, so I would assume he's talking to you.
I don't know who she is. I know the name, but I've never met her or anything. Mac Daddy Moto.
Oh, I think I'm going to be going to Hot Wheels place in a little bit. I'm pretty sure Tigard's going to be going there, so I'll just tell her Mac Daddy Moto said hello.
Nice. I want to meet Hot Wheels.
Dude, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And that laugh gets me every time.
I've been through Arizona, but there's a lot of people in Arizona that I've been wanting to meet. A lot of people that I've talked to a ton, but I've never gotten to meet. So I think I need to make an Arizona trip. I think that'd be pretty cool.
If you make an Arizona trip, you betcha I'll haul ass out there real quick.
Oh hell yeah! Well, I plan on, because like I got a pretty beefy raise at work Friday. That's why Friday was such a good day, and that's the whole reason I ordered the exhaust. But because that happened, I'm about to start putting some money back and planning on buying a truck here pretty soon. And then when that happens, then you bet your ass I will be making trips out to a lot more places.
Yeah, man. Let me know, because I want to meet you and I want to ride with you one of these days.
Yeah. Because, like, I could ride the Harley to Arizona. I could. It can be done. I can do it. But why? Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to ride all the way to Arizona?
That's a lot of wear and tear on your motor.
I'd rather just, yeah, for what I do on this bike, a ride like that is going to be sketchy, because it's going to be like, all right, when's this thing going to blow up on the way there?
That's why I trucked my Gixxer out to Arizona. I you know what's hilarious though? I get to Arizona, I unload my bike, I go to fire it up, and it wouldn't fire up.
Yeah, I'd be a lot more comfortable having a bike and a truck to take it out there. Donate something to your cause, free advertising. Hell yeah, man! I'm all down for testing and shit. And don't get me wrong, the bike gonna roll. Yeah. No, to you it might not be that bad, but trust me, just wait till I'll put a video out. I'm gonna get my good camera with the audio and do a video on the before and after of the sound. Trust me, this pipe compared to other pipes out there is pretty bad. Thanks, Reed. Thanks for the congrats. Take it easy, man. Thanks, Alex. I plan on making videos for a while. I'm having fun with this shit. Yeah, traveling really sucks on sport bikes. I think the farthest I took my R6 was to Bikes, Booze, and Barbecue, which is like 2.5 hours. And riding there, staying that night, and then riding back the next day, it felt like I got hit by a fucking truck. It was so painful.
I bet.
Harley is way better. I could ride to Arizona and back on the Harley. I could do that. It's still going to get pretty uncomfortable along the way, but it can be done. But a sport bike, fuck, there's no way. There's no way at all.
Yeah.
See, upright naked bikes would be different. Like your bike that you have, you could probably go a lot farther on that thing than you could on like Super Sport.
Yeah, I mean, I would, but I have noticed that after it's been like 2 hours of riding on it, I mean, all the meat on my ass is like at the top of my ass. So I'm basically just sitting on the bottom of my pelvis while I'm riding. So after a while, it's not horribly bad, but it does get I experience a little bit of discomfort.
See,
however,
that's why I'd like to get a street glide one day. Because if I had a street glide, oh man, I could easily ride to Arizona and back and be comfortable the whole way. But the Dyna is right at that fine point where it can be done, but it's definitely a lot better if you just load that shit up and trailer it out there. Probably be a lot quicker too, because on the Dyna, it's, like I said, it could be done, but I'd definitely be taking a lot of stops to like stretch and rest and stuff.
Yeah, well, tell Bane to stick with that FZ09 vibe, because my buddy Tony, he actually, I don't even know if he planned this or not, but just one day he just up and rode out of Bakersfield. He rode straight to like fucking Chicago or something like that. All in like, it was like 2 to 3 days and he was there. All he had was his backpack.
God.
Of course, you know, once he finally got there, he blew his tire, but you know. Well, he should have put a new one on, but hopefully he was able to get another one.
Take it easy, Adam. Thanks for coming in and being on the stream and whatnot. Oh, and to everybody talking about Bikes and Barbecue, yeah, this year I'll be there the entire event from Wednesday to Sunday. I'll be there. So if you can't find me, just hit me up, because the last 2 years I kept getting people saying, "Oh, I was out there, but I never saw you." Well, there's like thousands and thousands of bikes out there. So if you guys can't see me, if you can't find me out there, just fucking send me a message on Instagram or something. That's the quickest way to get to me. Just message me on Instagram and I'll tell you where we're at or something, or we'll have a spot to meet up. Well, I always feel like people are scared to, like, I've noticed a lot, people are scared to message because they think that I'm not going to reply back or something like that, or I'm going to, like, ignore it or something. But no, dude, like, if you guys are out and about, hit me up. And if I'm busy, if I'm doing something, I'll let you know. But for the most part, I'll tell you where I'm at or what I'm doing. I'll let you know when we can meet up.
Yeah. Theo's good at answering his messages. I mean, for the most part, he replies to my dumbass.
I try to, and see, that's the thing right now. Like I love, you know, I'm really happy with the way the channel is going, but I still haven't had any issue like replying to people, like messages on Instagram and comments and stuff. I try to message back to every single one of them that I can, because I feel like that's something that you don't see a lot of people do. And it kind of gets you more in connection with your following. So, I like messaging back to people. You know, like the rock pic. Hell yeah, man! You're the only one that went out there and took a picture with it. I was a little Easter egg way back. I did a video and I can't remember what I was doing. I was taking a picture, but I had to put a rock under my kickstand.
Yeah.
To lift the bike up, and I told people to come out and find that same rock and send me a picture of it. That Shaq was the only guy that sent me a picture. He legit, he has this big bagger, and he fucking took that bagger into the drainage ditch, found the rock, propped his kickstand up on it, and sent me a picture. I was like, dude, you are fucking awesome.
That is awesome. Like, I saw that video. I wondered how many people were gonna do it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think a lot of people knew where that spot was because people who live here, I've noticed, they think they know which spot it is, and then they say like, "Oh, I get there and I couldn't get around the gate." And I'm like, "Well, the place isn't gated, but there is another drainage ditch that's similar to that. That's like right down the road from that one, and it is gated, but it's like easier to find." So I think a lot of people didn't realize where that one was. Do I vape much? Depends on what you consider vape. Thanks, random vlogger. I appreciate you. Yeah, no, it depends on what you consider vape. I used to like actually vape, like with the fucking cloud machines and shit, but no. Right now, I've got one of those little drops, those little salt nicotine things. It doesn't put out a giant cloud because that's the thing I got tired of. Like I felt like I just looked like a douchebag blowing all these fucking clouds out, and not I came out wrong. Not that people that blow clouds out look like douchebags to me, but like it's one of those things. Like I felt like I looked like an idiot doing it. So
I feel you on that one, man.
Yeah, I felt like an idiot doing it. So I switched to this little thing, and because I'm in it for the nicotine. I need my nicotine.
Same here, man. Like I'll be in like at like a meetup or something, and I'll take a hit on my vape, and I don't know which way the wind's blowing, and I think that I'm in the clear, and I'll blow it out, and then it'll go into somebody's face. I'll be like, oh shit, sorry.
Yeah,
man.
Like my bad.
I'm trying to quit chewing. Leave me alone.
Well, see, that's why I got into it because I quit dipping, and then I quit dipping, and like I never smoked cigarettes because like I was born with asthma, and it's better now, but like I used to have I think when I was out of the hospital for like 9 months after I was born, and then I had to go back to the hospital, and then I was in a fucking incubator for like.
Ooh.
I think like 6 months or so, or maybe 6 weeks. I don't know. I was in an incubator for a while because my lungs were so fucked up. But it's gotten better now. Like I don't have to use an inhaler or anything anymore, but smoke still bothers me. So I've never smoked cigarettes, but I did dip. And then I got into one of these because I wanted to quit dipping, and my buddy had one of these. And I tried it, and since it's not like smoke, it doesn't fuck with my lungs so much. So it helped me quit. Favorite vape juice? I don't really have like a favorite brand or flavor anymore. I typically like the fruitier flavors, not like candy stuff, but like natural fruit, like strawberry. Like right now, I've got strawberry banana. Like just like natural flavors and shit. I don't know. Like when it comes to like that real sweet shit, that makes me sick. I don't like the real artificial tasting stuff.
Yeah, like the cotton candy and all that.
Yeah, I cannot do that. I like blackberry and like strawberry and shit. That stuff's good. Potato, yeah, I love potato flavored. McDonald's French fry flavored. That's my favorite. Basically, like you just dump fry grease into the tank and then.
I'm still waiting for the 2-stroke flavor.
Yeah, give me a 2-stroke flavor.
Dude, I would vape the shit out of that.
Oh yeah, I did see your question about the second channel. I don't at the moment. I'm not really interested in a second channel just because, like, I like putting all my time and devotion into this one channel because I feel like it makes it. I feel like if I were to make a second channel, I could do it time-wise. I could do it, but then I feel like each channel would start lacking in quality. So if I just stick with this one channel and just keep putting it all into this one channel, I can keep up the shitty quality that I have going already.
Oh, stop it. I love your videos, man. Yeah, like I even noticed it on like Instagram whenever people like create like a second account, like, oh, this is my spam account.
Or they make an account for like their dog or something.
Oh yeah, then everything just seems watered down.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to. I wouldn't. I think I'd better off just putting everything into this one channel.
Yeah, it's like, this is my life, this is what I do, and this is what I'm showing you.
Right. It's like if I do anything else, I just put it like the 4th of July video. There was very, very little writing in that video. Like almost no writing in that video. It was all just guns and fireworks and party. I have an act for cussing at my Harley. Yeah. Same. Oh, I got a Snapchat. Oh, shit.
Oh, you got a Snapchat now?
Yeah. Dude, I don't use it for anything, though. Like, I got a Snapchat and I put it on Instagram for everybody to go follow, but, like, Snapchat's not serious to me. I don't know. I can't be serious about it. Because the whole point of Instagram and YouTube is, like, years from now, I'll be able to go back and have my memories and stuff. But Snapchat doesn't save shit. So it's like I put something on Snapchat and I send it to somebody and then it's like, oh, well, that's gone. You know?
Yeah, like, basically I just use Snapchat for, like, behind the scenes stuff. Like,
yeah,
stuff that I only share with, like, people that I know.
Yeah, that's what I've really been using it for. I've used it for, like, my friends. And the only time I use it is, like, when I'm fucking around with filters or something and I just send them something goofy.
Yeah. Or drunk endeavors.
My Instagram is actually in the description right now. It's the first thing in the description. It says my Instagram. It's got a link to it. My Snapchat, I don't even think I have a link to my Snapchat on my YouTube, but I put the little snap code or whatever on my Instagram. So if you find that, it's on there.
Yeah, like I've gotten a couple people that send me Snapchat requests. Like I've seen them from Instagram, but I don't know anything about them. I'm like, I'm not about to add you and put you in my personal life.
Well, I created it because, like, when I created it, I didn't know exactly what Snapchat was. So when I created it, I made it, and fuck, what is the word I'm looking for? I set it up for my YouTube stuff, like that kind of platform. But I haven't used it for that at all. I've literally only Snapchatted, like, my wife and my friends and stuff. That's it. Do I have you on there?
I don't think so.
I don't think I do.
Add me, bruh.
What's actually just message it to me. Because if you don't want your public out there, then you might not say it on the stream right now.
Yeah. No, thank you. Like, I think if I just send a screenshot of it, then you could, like, if you save it, then go to Snapchat. You can save it from the camera roll or something.
See, I don't know how to do that. The snap code thing. I don't know. I don't know how to add people with that.
All right. I'll just send you the username that I think will work.
Yeah, I just got Tyson's request. I got you, bud. Okay.
There we go.
Copy and paste that. And I'll just post it in the side chat. Oh, wait, shit. Nothing. What the fuck? No. 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 What do I add without a fucking... It's trying to make me add my phone number. I don't want to add my phone number to that shit.
Yeah, I think that's another weird thing, because once you have your phone number on there, if you like your friends that you have, if your contact is saved in their phone and then they go on Snapchat and then look at add by contact, then you'll show up.
Yeah.
I'm dreading the day I get a Snapchat request from my mom.
Oh, fuck, dude.
I'm just going to be like, oh, yeah, I didn't add you because I deleted my Snapchat. I don't use it anymore.
Yeah, I try not to add my phone number to anything. I just feel like that's sketchy, especially Facebook, dude. Facebook is always wanting like you can add your fucking address, your phone number, all this other shit.
What?
I'm like, you know how much Facebook gets hacked and stuff?
Right.
Like, you know how many messages I get from people on my Facebook that's like a hacked account, like spam message thing? It happens from my mom's account all the time. So what makes me think that I'm gonna put my fucking phone number on there, let alone my goddamn address, and think like, oh, that'll be safe?
Dude, I don't put my address anywhere. Like, if I see that, I'm like, screw that.
No, Zachary, I'm live. I'm still live. You're good.
Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party. It's only 11 o'clock here.
About
Wait,
9 o'clock
shit.
here.
Dude, even though, like, I get up for work at 8, because I have a normal, like, 9 to 5 job. But I get up for work at 8. But I, like, don't go to bed till 1 or 2 in the morning. I barely fucking sleep. And that it's not that I don't like sleep. I fucking love sleep. I barely ever sleep. I don't know why. It hasn't helped since Emily started working night shift, because now I have nobody here to tell me to go to bed. So I'm just kind of here. She works till 6 a.m. tonight, so literally I'm here until whenever I fucking pass out.
Man.
Usually she'll get it. Sometimes she gets off at 2 a.m. and she'll come home and then make me go to bed.
Yeah, it's like that awkward moment when you don't realize how late you're staying up, and then she comes home and she's like, "What are you doing still awake?" And then you look out the door and you see daylight.
I'll be sitting here playing like Battlefield 4 or something, and then like,
oh man,
I'll hear the fucking front door start opening, and I'm grabbing my gun and shit, thinking like, who the fuck is coming into my head? Is my wife coming home? I'm like, oh my god, is it really that late? Nice, Zach. 7K. Work at Harley. See, I thought about getting a job at one of the Harley dealers here just because it'd be nice to like have connection with Harley stuff. But I'm definitely not a salesman. Like, I cannot set, because I right now I work at a car lot. I'm not gonna name which car lot, but I work at a car lot. And I'm not a salesman there, but I work with a lot of the salesmen. And dude, I could not sell vehicles. There's no way in hell that I would have the patience to like sell vehicles.
now I'm just imagining you slapping roofs of cars now.
Dude, yeah. There's no way I could sell a vehicle at all. So
if Theo slaps roof of a car, this baby can get passed by so many Dynas.
Hell yeah. I don't know what time I'm going to end the stream. When I do live streams, I don't ever plan them out. I just kind of wing them. And so I don't know. I guess I'll close it when it starts getting dead. We still have a good amount of viewers right now. But usually I close it off when I see the viewers start to drop and stuff, because then everybody's getting tired and whatnot.
Yep.
So I just chill. Chill. See, I feel like I would have them. I have the effort that I could do sales, but I don't know. I don't want to do sales. I wouldn't be happy doing it. See, that what he's talking about. He said he's a driver there. He rides Harleys in and out of trailers all day. That's what I was going to. I was going to do that for one of the Harley Davidson dealers here because it pays pretty good, and it's literally just picking bikes up all day with a truck and trailer. But I think they had like an opening for it, but then by the time I got to it, it had already been filled. So I was like, fuck. But for what I do at my job, it's like nothing, and I just got like a pretty good raise, so I want to stay where I'm at for a while because I'm pretty set now. I've never been down in that area of the states, like Florida and Georgia and all that. I've always wanted to go to like Georgia. I don't really give a fuck about Florida though. It seems like everything stupidly crazy that happens always starts out with Florida.
You become the new Florida man.
He said, "I'm so gonna look at car lots around the Memorial area." I mean, that's a good start. You'd probably find me, but you also got to think how many fucking car lots are on the Memorial like strip. Like from the beginning of Memorial to the end of Memorial, there's so many fucking car lots. It'll take you a good minute.
Hey, stalkers are crazy.
Mm-hmm. See, in my work, I don't think my work is too big of a deal. Like, I wouldn't be sketched out if, like, because I've had people show up at my work that knew who I was. They didn't show up because of me, but like they showed up to look at cars and then saw my bike and knew that I was there and shit. But that doesn't sketch me out all that much. It's really just my house. As long as my house is private to me, that's all I care about. Everything else, fuck it. I don't really give a shit about.
Oh yeah.
But like I'm fucking terrified for the day that I'm gonna have to move because somebody like doxes me and people start showing up. It's like I don't want to have to shoot anybody, but I mean, if you show up and start fucking with my stuff outside and trying to get in the door, I mean, you're probably gonna get shot.
Well, yeah, that's how it is. Don't fuck with other people's stuff.
It's kind of how it works in Oklahoma.
If you do that, you have it coming to you.
I mean, if you just show up and knock on the door, you might be met with a gun. I might not shoot you, but you might be met with a gun. But yeah, that's the one thing. Like I love everybody that watches my videos, but if it gets to the point where somebody like starts showing up to my house, that's when the niceness is gonna stop.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if you have any dogs or whatnot, but like back when I was still living with my mom, we had 3 dogs, and whenever the dogs would bark, I would make a point of like running out the door and like looking around just so that if anybody was watching, they would know that if dogs bark, like 2 minutes after they start barking, some angry dude's running out of his house looking around looking for somebody to kill.
Dude, I had a sketchy night at this house. Like I legitimately, I was like 85% sure that I was gonna shoot somebody that night. Me and Emily were sitting here chilling on the couch, and we like went to bed at a normal time, and I woke up, and I woke up to Emily like slapping me on the chest. And she was like, "I think there's somebody here." And I was like, "What the fuck?" Oh. And then I heard like this, like somebody pounding on my front door, like with their fist, just fucking pounding on my front door. And I rolled over and looked at the time, and it was like 3:40 a.m.
Ooh.
And so I was like, "Who the fuck is at my house?" So I grabbed my gun, and I went to our bedroom window because our bedroom window looks out at the driveway. And I looked out the bedroom window to, make sure it's not like a cop car or anything, because I don't want to answer the door with a gun if it's a cop at the door. So I look out, and it's this like black Expedition, and like I don't recognize the car. And then there's somebody sitting in the passenger seat, and it was this lady, and there was this girl, and I could see her face because she was on her phone, and her phone light was lighting her face up. So I was like, okay, I don't recognize the car, and I don't recognize the person in the car, and they're still just fucking pounding on my door, like sounding like that shit's about to break. And so I didn't flip any lights on or anything. I quietly walked into the kitchen where the front door is. And I was in the kitchen, and I was sitting there trying to decide, and the whole time they're still just fucking pounding. And so I was sitting there, and I mean, I had my gun ready, but I was like waiting. I was trying to decide if I wanted to open the door or if I just wanted to like wait and see what happens. But like, I kind of thought, I was like, okay, if I open the door, are they going to have a gun on the other side, like waiting for me? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait. So I backed up, and I leaned up on my kitchen counter and just had my gun like aimed at the door. Just like thinking like, okay, if that door breaks in, like I'm opening up, like they're about to get blasted. So I was sitting there like mentally preparing myself to fucking blow this person away. And then they stopped pounding, and I could hear them say like, hello. And like, it sounded like they were on the phone because I heard them start talking, but there wasn't 2 voices. It was just one. and then I could hear their voice like getting quieter and quieter as they were walking away. So I went to the kitchen window and peeked out the kitchen window and saw him walking back to the car, and I didn't recognize the dude. He was on the phone, he was getting in the car, and as soon as he got in the car and started backing out of the driveway, I slipped out the front door and kind of peeked around the corner and shit and like watched him as they drove off. And dude, I didn't recognize him at all, and they haven't been back since then. To this day, I still don't know who the fuck they were or what they were doing here.
That is sketchy.
My mom was telling me like, oh, maybe they were like lost or something. And I was like if you knew my house, like, which I'm pretty sure you've seen enough of my house through like the private videos and stuff, but if you know my house, it's not like I'm in a neighborhood. It's not like you can just accidentally go to the wrong house. Like, if you come up to my house, you're purposely coming up to this house. It's not, you know, it's hard to mistake this house as another house. And so, I don't know, dude. I still don't know what they were doing. But I legitimately, I was waiting for that front door to just break open because I was about to just pop them. That was probably the sketchiest moment I've had in this house. Other than that, it's all been good. We haven't had any issues or nothing.
Yeah, I would think that if it was somebody that you knew, maybe they would have given you a call or at least a text.
Exactly. They would have called or text or I would have fucking recognized their vehicle or the actual person themselves.
Yeah, and the fact that they were just banging on your door.
It was 3:40.
There's a lot.
I was thinking maybe they were like in trouble or something. Maybe they needed help or something like that. But like, even like say I've got like a flat tire or something, or my car breaks down in front of somebody's house and I know it's 3:40 in the morning, I'm not gonna go pound on their front door. I'm gonna try to call some shit first. Like,
yeah, even still, man, like if you see somebody broke down on the side of the road, sometimes they're not even broke down. Like, I've heard there's people that bait people just so that they can assault them.
Dude, that happens in Tulsa a lot. That happened last week in Tulsa on one of the major highways.
See?
Somebody was acting broke down, and when somebody pulled over, they kidnapped him at gunpoint.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just sketchy.
Do that.
And then people ask, like, why do you feel like you have to carry a gun?
Yeah.
Because I live in Tulsa, motherfucker. Okay, I gotta catch up and chat. I'm not a stalker, but I've seen him before, but haven't met the damn guy. You've seen me before? Where at? Video. Oh yeah, Tyson makes a good point. Like in my video where me and Kenny had to go up to that guy's house to ask for gas because we were so far out there. That guy had a gun. He had a gun ready. He was ready to pop us. That's why I didn't blame him, because I've been in that situation. I didn't blame him at all. That's why we put our hands up and we're letting him know, dude, we're just looking for gas. Like, oh, yeah. Thanks, Yo-Yo. Thanks for that. Congrats.
Yeah, that was an intense moment. I was just glad that I was watching an uploaded video, which means that, you know, obviously you made it through the video.
Right.
I'm like, oh shit, how is this going to pan out? Yeah, the day you stop uploading videos, I'm going to be worried and I'm going to be messaging you.
Yeah. Nah, if I get to the point where I stop uploading videos for some reason, like, and it's my choice, like, there'll be some sort of explanation to it. But honestly, like, I can't see me not doing videos. Like, I don't even give a shit about like money from them or anything. I just have fun doing them, dude. It's like a hobby. It's so fucking fun.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually started my YouTube channel just so that I didn't have to save all my racing videos to my phone. Like, that's legit why I started my YouTube channel.
Yeah. Thanks, Wilson, for the congrats. Oh, yeah, vaping. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know who you are now. Yeah, dude, so, like, I was hanging out at Quick Trip, right? And with that whole group that goes out there. And there was vaping was in a truck with some other guys, and I guess one of the guys in the truck had some beef with one of the guys that was hanging out in my group. And so they rolled up in the truck, and I heard somebody yelled something like, "Oh, what's up, faggot?" And so we all were like looking at the truck, and everybody's like mean mugging the truck, and they hop out of the truck, and like the dude in the truck that had beef with the guy in the group were like getting all up on each other and like arguing and talking about like fight me and like shit like that. And so I'm standing there just like, oh shit, we about to watch a fight, and then fucking vaping recognizes me, and we're both in this awkward situation where it's like, okay, let's just see what happens. Yeah, that was fucking interesting. Because I had literally just pulled up. I pulled up, got off my bike, and then this truck pulled in, and I heard, "What up, faggot?" And I was like, "What?" Man, dude, I just got here.
Yeah, that's the rough part about being in a group. When you're in a group with somebody and then somebody has beef with one person from the group, suddenly then they have beef with everybody in the group.
Like, way to make it awkward, dude.
It's like, I don't even know you and you have beef with me.
Like, I barely even know anybody that's in that riding group. I just know that, like, I ride with them every now and then. So I really was. I was just like, I was off to the side. I was like, do I need to turn the camera on or like what?
Just turn the camera on and start yelling, "World Star!"
Yeah, dude, gain them fucking hella views.
Yeah, I just need to move to Oklahoma. And we need to start our own group.
Dude, that's what's sketchy though, because that exact same quick trip, like 2 weeks ago, everybody with the bikes and stuff is just hanging out, you know, just hanging out in the parking lot, like we normally do. And this truck and this car pulls in, and they're like driving crazy. Well, I guess they had a road rage incident on Memorial, and they pulled into that quick trip, and they started arguing. And the dude that got out of the car kicked the guy's truck. So the guy in the truck pulled a gun out and shot at him twice, and it hit one of them hit him in the shoulder, and the other one missed. But he fucking shot the guy because he.
What the fuck?
That was at that same fucking quick trip. That's why if there's like fighting and shit going on, I just like hang out at the sidelines. I'm like, I'll just watch. Like, I ain't trying to, you know, I carry a gun, but when they teach you in the class when you carry, the best confrontation is a confrontation you can stay out of. So
yeah.
I just stay off to the side. I'm like, I'm not trying to be a part of that. But yeah, right in front of everybody. Like, there's a whole group there right in front of everybody. He just pulls a gun out and fucking pops 2 shots off at the guy. Hits him in the shoulder. I was like, really, dude? He didn't even dent the truck. He, like, kicked the bumper. He's a piece of shit truck anyway.
Yeah. It's like whenever people have, like, beef with people, why y'all gotta pull guns out on people? Just knuckle down and have a fist fight like a real man.
Those are the people that, like, this whole gun debate is all about. It's people like that is making the guns look bad.
Yeah,
like the people that are legitimately carrying, like, they know how to use the gun, they know the laws on the gun and everything.
Yeah, like, hear me out. I'm from California. Guns don't kill people. It's the person behind the gun.
Exactly. The people don't understand that. Hang with the old guys. If we beef it, we get a $100 solid drama queen. Yeah, no, for real, that's true. Dude, anytime I've seen any older people fight, they just fight. They fight, they get it over with, and they walk away. Well, it's like these fucking kids, like kids my age, they just like to pull guns all the time.
Yeah, it's like they get in a fist fight, and then as soon as they start to lose, they pull a gun.
Yeah, they can't lose. Nobody can lose. If I'm losing, I got to do something bigger. I can't lose. I got to shoot him now. Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm down for that, Tyson. I'm good with that. A truck gun, a good old truck gun. So that's the thing about Oklahoma. Even if you're not, because like you have to have a license to carry on your person, like to carry a handgun. But if you're in your vehicle, you can carry a gun in your vehicle because your vehicle is an extent of your like home.
Oh yeah.
You can, even if you don't have a license, you can still carry in your vehicle, but you just can't. You can't carry it on your person, like if you get out of the vehicle and walk around anymore.
Yeah, like that's like your no duty to retreat law or something like that.
Yeah. See, Zach, like that's a good way to be raised. You know, always raised to throw a punch and not give anybody a chance. But that's the thing. Even though you're that age and you're raised to actually just fight and get it over with, you never know who you're fighting. That person could be just fucking stupid, and they could pull a gun. That's why, I just stay out of it. I just don't fuck with it. Oh, this video got demonetized real quick.
Yep.
Oh, well, it's a live stream. I don't give a shit. Somebody donated $20 earlier, so it's basically like made more money than it would have anyway. So,
gotta work the system when you can.
yeah. Oh, beer. Good old beer. Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue is at the end of September. It's, I believe it's the 26th through the 30th. Let me look at it real quick. Yeah, Wednesday 26th through, technically it's through Saturday the 29th. But it goes all the way into Saturday night. So if you leave at any point Saturday, you're still going to miss out on some stuff. So we just stay we show up on Wednesday and we stay till Sunday. There's nothing going on Sunday, so we just wake up Sunday and leave. Take it easy, Shaq. How do you carry on your bike? Well, I don't want to kind of give up what I carry on my bike because then people will know where to go, where to reach for it if they ever see me in traffic. But I can tell you I don't have it on my body when I'm on my bike. Because if I crash, I don't want it on my body if I crash. Anywhere else, I carry it tucked in the waistband. Like I've got a inside the waistband holster for it. But on my bike, no, it's not on my body on my bike.
Yeah, it's mounted on his fender so that his rear fender, so that when he has tailgaters, he just pushes the button and then it shoots the tailgaters.
Yeah, it's like a James Bond move. Yeah. No, like, it's not on my bike.
Opens up.
It is in reach on my bike though. I do keep it in reach. It's not any place where if something goes down, I'm on the bike, I can't get to it. I can easily get to it, but
that's some Mad Max shit.
Yeah. But no, it's definitely not on my body. That shit's sketchy. I see people though that ride with it on there. Like I have ridden with it in my waistband, but it's like going to work and back. That's because I'm not wheeling it or anything. But where it sits inside my waistband, I've never tried to wheelie with it because I feel like if I did, it would just fucking fall out, and that would not be good at all.
Yeah, like I've heard stories of like some guys that carry their gun in their gym bag, and like this guy, he got home from the gym, his gun was in his gym bag, he plopped it on his table or something like that, and then it went off and shot him in his gut.
Oh.
So I could only imagine it if you were carrying it on your person and you were to crash, there's a chance it could go off.
My everyday carry is a Smith & Wesson 40. I was talking about this earlier. It's a Smith & Wesson 40. I also have a 1911 45 that I used to carry all the time, but it's like the full-size government model, like the 5-inch barrel, and that shit's so heavy. So I switched back to my Smith & Wesson because it's one of the polymer ones. So that shit's so light that there's times where I don't even realize it's there.
Yeah, my everyday carry is a pocket knife. Basically all that you're allowed to have in California. And basically, like, if I'm ever like at my job working, I have a different knife that's a little bit thicker and is meant for like work. So if if I did have to fight a crackhead that was causing problems, I wouldn't even open the blade. I would just put it in my hand so that when I punch, it's a little bit harder.
Just a little bulkier, yeah. See, I want to get the M&P 40, the 2.0 or whatever. I want to get one of those, and I'd like to get one in a 9, because I haven't had a 9. But I feel like a 9, like that whole. I hate it when people say like, "Oh, I carry a 45 because of stopping power." That's bullshit, dude. There's no such thing. If you shoot somebody with a 22, and if you shoot somebody with a fucking Desert Eagle, you're still putting a hole through their body, which is really unnatural if you didn't know. So it doesn't matter the size of your gun. Like if you shoot anybody with anything, if you're punching a hole through their body with anything, it's gonna do some damage.
Oh yeah,
because like often people are like, oh, you carry a 9? Oh, that's fucking pussy power. Like I carry a 45. It's like, get over yourself.
Like it might be outdated information, but I heard that a lot more injuries are involved with 22s because 22 bullets do weird things when they enter a human body.
Yeah, they're tiny, dude. Like if it goes into it goes into your like rib cage area,
because they bounce and spin.
Bounces off a rib, it's tumbling everywhere inside you.
Yeah, because it's not just gonna enter and then exit. It's gonna hit something, bounce off of it, ricochet, and spin.
Right. Yeah, it's so stupid when people like make fun of smaller calibers or bigger calibers. Dude, it's a bullet. If you put it through somebody, you're gonna wound them.
Yeah, like I've heard stories of like 22s, like when they shoot in, whenever they finally stop, they enter a blood vessel and they travel upstream.
Ooh.
Like they travel through the flow of blood.
Like a major artery or something, like an artery that's big enough. Like, yeah, oh god.
Yeah, like the bullet hit him somewhere, but it ended up somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I gotta piss now.
All right. The MP shield. See, I thought about a shield too. A shield would be cool. Anyway, what I was talking about before I went on that whole fucking rant is, I've never owned a 9mm. I've owned a 40 and a 45, and that's it. But I'd like to own a 9mm. Because 40 ammo can get pretty expensive, and 45 ammo can get really expensive. But 9mm would be pretty nice, and it's like that perfect in between with like the kick, but you still got a good bit of power behind it, despite what I just said about like power and stuff. But yeah, no, I want to get it. I think I want to get a 9. I think that would be pretty nice to carry. Well, like I said, I almost bought the M&P, the 2.0, and a 9mm. I love those guns. They fit so nice in my hand. And they shoot so nice. They're super reliable and shit. Yeah, see, a 9mm would be cheaper to go out and like shoot too, like target practicing and shit. But like 40, it's hard to go target practicing 40 unless I get like a good paycheck, because to go through a couple boxes of 40, it'll cost you a good little bit. Yeah, no, there's another one I'm either looking at the shield or the Glock. The shield though is more in my mind because it's sort of like the newer thing that's right now, especially the 2.0. I fucking love the 2.0. But at the same time, I don't think I've ever held a Glock that didn't feel bad in my hand. Glocks always feel pretty nice. So
I'm back.
Sorry, I'm checking all my social medias and shit.
It's good to do every once in a while, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I can't wait for my pipe to come in. I'm so excited for it. It's not going to be breaking all the time. It's going to sound better. It's going to perform better. It's going to look better.
Whenever you take pictures of your bike, you're not going to have that thought in the back of your head of, man, that pipe looks ugly.
Dude, I know. I've taken some really nice pictures of my bike with my DSLR. Like perfect angles, good color correction and stuff. But then no matter what you do, the pipe always stands out because it just looks like this rusted piece of shit.
It's like somebody welded it in their backyard or something.
That's literally how it was made, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
It was some custom built thing from the previous owner. I guarantee it was a backyard project. They just bent some tubing and threw some flanges on there and welded that shit up.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm trying to find a muffler for my bike because I'm tired of that chrome, like, bazooka tube of an exhaust that is the Muzzy. But I'm trying to find something that will attach to the Muzzy headers because
right,
the Z1000 comes stock with a dual pipe, a dual exhaust. But I need to find something that'll connect to the Muzzy full system that my bike has.
Ooh.
So it's a bit of a Frankenstein puzzle.
Austin, I haven't said what exhaust I've gotten. It's gonna have to be something that you have to find out when I get it. I've put a bunch of Easter eggs up there. If you go on my Instagram, I posted a picture that I got an exhaust on the Instagram. If you really look at the picture, I left something in that picture that you could find out what it is. Because a bunch of people like found out and then they were commenting saying, dude, you probably should have covered that up too if you didn't want us to know. I was like, well, it's a fucking Easter egg. Like, only people who know what they're looking for is going to be able to find out what it is through that.
It's totally a fishtail exhaust.
It's a 2-in-1 for sure.
It's a fishtail that sticks out farther than your rear tire does.
Oh, fuck that. Oh, that would suck. Oh, he don't have Instagram. Fuck. Okay. What kind of hint could I give on here that wouldn't be totally giving it away?
It's like I'll give you a hint. It fits a 2006 Dyna.
Do you know what it is, Indy?
I mean, I haven't looked that deep into it, but I could probably figure it out like right now.
I'll send it to you.
Wait, no, don't send it to me. I'll figure it out and then I'll DM you and you can tell me if I'm right.
Okay. And then you could probably help me figure out how to give a hint.
All right.
Because it's not like a huge deal. It's not like I'm trying to hide this shit. Like, bro, I'm going to have it in a couple days. But I think it's fun having people guess.
Just got to go to the website and search the right things.
Yeah, see, okay, you found what I left in there.
Yeah.
People were like, you probably should have
believe I've ordered so many stuff off of Acceleration Kart Racing that had the same. No, if I say that, it'll give it away. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, Tyson guessed it. He just messaged me on Snapchat. He knows what it is.
You know, remember, I'm drunk and trying to remember stuff that I'm typing in.
Tyson asked, how well do I play guitar while I'm drunk? Well, the thing is, I think I sound great playing while I'm drunk, but I've never heard what I sound like playing while I'm drunk, so it's probably not good. I'll say that. It's probably not good. Okay, here's a hint. It's definitely, no matter what bike you ride, it's definitely a brand that you know about.
Yeah, I was about to say that as like a joke, and then now that I'm looking at it, I realize if I would have said that, it would have been the thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I've definitely had that same pipe recommended to me.
Yep. Yeah, it's no matter, like I said, no matter what bike you guys ride, it's definitely a brand that you should know about for sure.
Like, I didn't even know that this company made pipes for Harleys.
Exactly. It's not just a Harley brand. It's an everything brand.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've already figured out which one it is, but I'm going to send it to you anyways because I said that I would.
Here's one that'll kind of give it away a little bit. I have had this exhaust on all my other bikes.
Ooh.
Every bike I've ever owned up until this Harley, I've had this exhaust on it.
It's totally a Danmoto XG1.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Dude, I actually had a buddy that had an FZ07 who had an XG1, and he was so self-conscious of how loud it was that he would kill switch himself at red lights and whatnot, especially if there was like a cop next to him or across the street from him.
Dude, I had a bunch of people tell me to get it was either the Danmoto or they told me to get another pipe that was like it was like a $200 pipe. When mine broke, they were like, just get this cheap one. It works pretty fine.
Dude,
so many other people were messaging me after that saying, dude, don't do it. It's not worth it.
Dude, honestly, I love the way that the Danmoto exhaust looks on the Z1000. The only problem is if I were to get an XG1, it would be basically straight piped. And I've heard what my bike sounds like straight piped. And I said, nope.
Yeah. No.
Like,
Yeah,
just leaving my neighbor. If I were to have an XG1 on my bike, just leaving the neighborhood, the gated community that's next to my neighborhood would probably be filing complaints against me. And now everybody probably knows where I live. Fuck.
It's all right. You're all the way out in Cali. A lot of these people that are talking in here are Oklahoma people.
Yeah. You can't catch me, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm ready to get this bike. It's going to fucking change everything. And then after that, I'm getting shocks next. And it's going to be so nice. Dude, my shocks are like, I don't even know if my rear shocks have oil in them anymore. Like they've been blown and leaking so long. Like I'm sure they're just bone dry.
Oh, have they stopped leaking?
Yeah.
Then they're bone dry.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I've just been running on springs this whole time.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And like, you know, the little rubber bump stops that are like on the rod that goes through the
like built-in bump stops.
Yeah, those are completely blown out. Like they're just they're in like 4-piece like rubber chunks just inside the coil.
Oh man.
Yeah, these shocks are donezo.
Were they pretty expensive whenever you bought them? I think
no.
Whenever I first started following you, I think you had just gotten them, so I don't know.
No, they're cheapy. They're like eBay shocks. They're like $70. They're I got them because I could get the ride height that I wanted, and you could actually adjust them. So that makes them better than stock shocks. But that still doesn't mean they're good. They're a pretty shitty shocks. But it was a better option than staying with the stock ones.
Yeah. Austin Wilson, I'm not giving any more hints.
Let's see.
I'm gonna have to be like looking over my shoulder whenever I leave for work now.
That's the only sketchy part. Like, I don't care if somebody knows where I work. Like, if they find out, I'm not going to tell everybody. If they find out, I'm not worried about it. But there is also that chance that, like, somebody fucking following me home from work and then finding out where I live.
Yeah. You could lose them.
Yeah, that's why typically like I've been recognized like almost like I'll be riding home from work or something. I'll be at a light and like somebody will roll down their window and like recognize me, and they'll be like behind me for a little bit. So I'll like go past my street or something and go down and just make a big loop around until they're gone.
Yeah, I've done that before because I'm pretty sure I've had people following me before.
Yeah, it gets sketchy sometimes. It's like I feel bad because it's like, oh, you know, half the time I'm sure that if somebody's like behind me in a car and they know who I am, they're just waiting for me to do a wheelie or something. And a lot of the time I'll do a wheelie for them or something, but you just never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Somebody could be trying to fucking dox you.
Yeah, it's funny. Like my buddy D, who I sold my GSX-R to, like I've ridden with him before, and he was doing a wheelie on a freeway, and he had a car next to him filming him, and he was like all smiling and be like, dude. Maybe one day I can learn how to wheelie. I'm scared to wheelie the Z, and honestly, like the previous owner put a taller gearing on it, so it'd be difficult anyways.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about attempting to wheelie it, and then I'm not revving it up high enough. And then when I do rev it up high enough, it'll be too much, and I'll loop it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, not exactly what you want to do to your dream bike.
No. Well, the views are starting to die down a little bit, so I guess me and you can go to a fucking off there and hang out. But I appreciate all you guys coming and hanging out and watching the stream. It was sort of last minute-ish. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but we ended up throwing a pretty big party out in the yard, so I never got to it. Yeah. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you, everybody, so much for fucking 10,000. That shit's insane. I know it's not a big number compared to other channels, but for me, that's like, for me, 10,000 might as well be a million, because like, you know, that's a pretty big number to me. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the stream. Take it easy out there.
Later, y'all.